What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming in tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to everybody who's in my premiere just a little bit ago. I appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So tonight we are going to be making baits for Ottercat. He put an order in. I got to make bait boxes for Carl. I got to make bait boxes for Deer Slayer. I don't think I'm getting all that done tonight, but we have a very, very special guest up. Good buddy of mine, somebody who does some amazing work on his channel. And he does some things that a lot of people wouldn't do. I respect him for that. He gets up and I'm talking about Hogdeer, Cody, Hogdeer79 to be exact. Cody, great guy. I met him, started following him, and I really, Wildcat Rigs, I really enjoyed what he was doing on his channel. He's a taxidermist. He's a great taxidermist. Fishing with Big Mike, what's up? And he shows you tips and tricks and some stuff of the trade that a lot of people don't show you. So I really respect that. Great guy. He just did a giveaway not too long ago. That was great. His channel's growing great. He's a great supporter of my channel and a lot of the people that are in here. What's up, Raymond Williams? How are you, buddy? Jamie Conway. Hey, how are you, Jamie? Let me give a couple shout outs real quick here. We got Raymond Williams. We got Jason from JJ Drones, my good friend Jason. We got Fishing with Big Mike. We have Woman Outdoors. What's up? We have Wildcat Rigs. We have Cody from Hogdeer in here. I will share the stream in 1 second, Cody. JJ Drones. We have Hogdeer. We have my mom. Hi, Mom. Let's see who else. I know we had White Shoulders Farmstead. That is Shannon. Thank you for being in here. Randy's not in here, though. I don't know if Randy's busy or not, but I miss Randy when he's not in here. Transition to Power. What's up, buddy? Gray Wolf is in here. What's up? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Real quick, before I share the stream for Cody to jump up, as you can see, I got my new Off the Hook lime green shirt on, guys. Really nice shirt. This is the long sleeve version. Those who missed out on my merch, I will be posting that again in a few months to buy more if you guys are interested. I know Cody got the same color. It was funny because I ordered mine and he ordered his, and I think Jason's wife from JJ Drones got this color too. There was a little mix up with the colors, and she got a lime green one instead of a mint green one, so I was kind of ticked off about that, but hey, it is what it is. City Sticker Chris is in here. Rocco, what's up, buddy? Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I got the new merch on. I'm going to show you Ottercat's in here. What's up, Ottercat? I'm going to show you something, my hoodies too, because these are new. I didn't have these made, but I wanted to get these made. So hold on 1 second. I have it hanging right here, guys. And these are the Performance Off the Hook hoodies. Now they're a performance hoodie. So you got the logo on the front and you got the big logo on the back, and they are lined with a little bit of an insulation, like a liner. So these are for the chilly mornings and for the colder days out fishing. I wanted to get something like that, but this is a performance. Really nice hoodies, guys. I got short sleeve, long sleeve. I'm working on some kind of a hat. So, but yeah, guys, I just wanted to premiere this and show you guys. And everybody who ordered my merch, the stuff will be getting shipped out next week, so you guys know. So let me hang this back up so it don't get dirty. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited about getting the merch in. And then last night I was making baits, and I had to make a lime green pig stick to match my shirt. I got to go out there looking good. So that lime green pig stick is going to match my shirt. So I made them last night. I made like 170 baits last night. So, but thank you guys, each and every one of you, for being in here. Making baits tonight. I'm running a little bit low on my plastic. So I got enough to do the baits and stuff for a while, but I got to order more plastic. Coming up, here he is, Missouri Randy. Thank you for being in here, Randy. I really appreciate you. Before I start, I wanted to, I also do the sticker shout outs, and Brokeback Bob gave me a bunch of these stickers to give away. So look for stickers. I'm going to be doing some sticker giveaways coming up here real soon, including with other things once I get the YouTube starter kit stuff all out next week. So I'm going to put this on my board real quick. I'm going to add it to my board, and I'm going to show you the shout out board and shout everybody out on here. So this one is Brokeback Brokeback Bob is going right there. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, the music, but I hope you guys are all right with that. It's my neighbor or something on his motorcycle, but whatever, can't stop that. It's a little warm in the bait lab tonight, guys. So let me give you shout outs to everybody on my board like I always do. We have Lazy Lunker. That's a group on Facebook that I fish tournaments with. We have Hobbs Outdoors. We have Woman Outdoors. Awesome sticker. We have Rocco from the Laugh Channel. We have Gary from Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. We have Bait Plastics. That's the materials I use to make my baits. We have Creole Florida Living. We have Carter's Custom Lures. We also have Matt Basson, who's a big sponsor of our YouTube Starter Kit giveaway. Big shout out to him. Boxy Outdoors, great channel. He does a lot of things with the kids. We have Mike's Fishing Home. We have the new one, Brokeback Bob. Rent a Fish from St. Joseph, Missouri. We got Angling Spiders. Awesome channel. Go check them out. We got Local Life. We got Central Valley Adventures. We got Ugly Dog Lures. He paints hard baits and things like that. Great baits. Makes some great patterns. We have the Fishaholic. As you can see, my Fishaholic hat. I wear a lot of their stuff. I wear their shirts, their hats, and their sunglasses. If you want to check them out, you can go to my affiliate links and check them out. They're on Facebook also. I'm not affiliated with them anyway. I don't get paid by them or anything. I just really like their products. We got Earl from the Reef Robber. We got the KC Fish page. We got Bayou Buck. We got the Snake River Catfish Slayer. We got Sunfish King. You all know Sunfish King. We got the Pond Predator, Jeff from Pond Predator Nation. We got the Boring Fisherman. We got my buddy, great friend, JJ Drones. We got Eternal Anglers. If anybody don't know, I am a pro staff member of Eternal Anglers. If you'd like to check them out, go check them out. Use the code OffTheHook10, and you'll get 10% on some great merch in that store. So please go check it out. At least browse through it, see if you like some stuff. I'm sure there's something in there that you would like. We got Fishing with Modog. We got Coastal Fever. We got Some Old Man Outdoors. We got John from Small Water Charters. Great channel. At my buddy Adam from Freezer Bound. My buddy Kyle from Dark 30. We got an awesome sticker here. Fish on Alberta Outdoors. Awesome sticker. Great channel. We have Chris Bogley from Bogley's Keeping It Real. We have Joe from Parabellum. His daughter made that sticker. What's up, Downtown Ernie Brown? Thank you for coming in tonight. We got Daniel from Living MN Outdoors on here. We got Carl from Chillin' in Indiana. Great guy, great supporter of the channel. I got to make him a bait box he ordered off of me. We got Al's Outdoors. We got James from Crankin' and Yankin', another great channel. We got Eric Burnside. He does a lot of great things over his channel. Please go check him out. We got Steve from Wyoming. And then we got the Bruiser Baits. And Bruiser Baits and Small Water Charters are hooked up together. They're sponsors. Small Water Charters are sponsored by Bruiser Baits. So if you want to check out the Bruiser Baits, they have a lot of stuff. And it is SW20 for Bruiser Baits and Bass Addiction gear. To check that out, you get 20% off, I believe, SWC20. So check that out. If anybody would like to make a donation to the channel for the bait making and for the channel, we use it all. It all goes right back into the channel. You can check me out on the PayPal, the Venmo, and then we have the super chats and things like that. So really cool. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in. Angling Spiders is in here. Awesome. You're welcome, Angling Spiders. Great review, Ted. Appreciate that shout out. No problem at all, buddy. Oh, I'm going to give you another shout out while you're here. Let's see. So Angling Spiders gave me these Len Thompson spoons that I want from him, but I'm going to probably use this one for pike, but I'm not opening this one. This, if you look on it, you can see Angling Spider. Oh, let me do it this way. Angling Spiders. That's going to be worth some money one day. So I am going to keep that and not open that up. So yeah, but if you guys would like to donate, there's a Venmo and a PayPal. I don't think you do super chats on here or whatever, so I don't know how that works on here. So, but yeah, it all goes back into my channel, and that is for the bait making and things like that. So what I got to do is I'm going to share the stream for Cody, and I'm going to have him up because he is my special guest tonight. We're going to be talking about just his channel, what he does, what he likes to do, his favorite food to eat, whatever he wants to talk about. We can talk about fishing, and I know we're going to talk about some hunting because hunting season is right around the corner, guys. And people are starting to get the itch for some hunting. So what I'm going to start doing in my fishing, bait making and things like that, or the guests that I have up, maybe some people that are hunting and not into fishing. So that's, what I'm going to be doing in the future here. You guys know Tuesday I'm getting my arm operated on, so I'll be down. And I don't know how it's going to be. My daughter may be in here making baits with me on my lives. I'm going to do some interviews. If anybody would like to be interviewed on my channel or up on my panel during these bait making lives or anytime, usually I do them Thursdays. It'll be Tuesdays or Thursdays. Me and Sunfish King are collabing. And if he can't do one day, I'm doing one day. If I can do one, we're trying to switch it up because we don't like to step on each other's toes, because I believe a lot of you guys follow him and me, and we didn't want to break that up. So, I'm going to be doing that. So if anybody wants to come up on my panel and talk and just talk about their channel, promote anything, have any announcements, please email me and I'll get you on the panel with me when I'm doing this. So what I am going to do is I'm going to share the stream right now. And I am going to put it to and this is for Cody to come up here. And we are going to talk. And I am going to start putting my baits together, which is said, would love to join you sometime, Ted. Future live for sure. Yes, definitely, Sean. I would love to have you on, buddy. That would be an awesome thing. Or are you going live on Tuesday? I want to do my giveaway then. I know, Woman Outdoors. This Tuesday is I'm getting, whoa, Randy, thank you very much, buddy. Boom, boom. He gave me a super sticker. Awesome, Randy. Thank you so much, buddy. Woman Outdoors. No, I'm not. I'm getting operated on Tuesday. And if you were going live, I wouldn't go. I mean, if you were doing a live giveaway, I would not do the live. I would wait till your giveaway's over, maybe do it after it or something. But yeah, if anybody's doing lives, I'm trying to do Thursday is my day. But Sunfish King notified me today he might not be able to do a Tuesday live. So we were going to collab on that. But yeah, we're going to, I'm not going Tuesday, so you don't have to worry about that. Thank you so much, Randy. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. I didn't even think you could do the super stickers or super chats, but I thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm going to be down for a while, so I got to order some of my products so my daughter can make it. And Cody is in backstage. He's in the basement. I am going to let him up right now, guys. So if you would please help me and welcome the one and only Hogdeer79. Cody, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How are you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Good. Yep, I can hear you good. Yep, absolutely.
Here we got a lot of people. We got 31 people in here, Cody.
31 people, yeah. Heck yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, and I've got a sticker coming to you. You saw my
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm waiting until I get all my stuff mailed out as far as the giveaway, and then I'll start mailing those out to everybody that's giving me stickers. So
I can't wait to get it. I'll put it on the shout out board and we'll have every live name out there.
Heck yeah. I think it's the same size as gel baits. I think we might have ordered from the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, it may be. Maybe it's right here. So
yep.
Cool. I think it's like what, about a 4, maybe 4 or 5?
I think it's right about 5 by maybe 3 by 5, something like that. Yeah.
Everybody's famous hog deer.
Oh man.
Amber's in here. What's up, Amber? Jailbait's in here. What's up? They're saying hog deer is good people.
Oh, awesome. Famous hog deer. Oh, wow. That's funny.
Here. Novi may want to stop up later. I think he wants to come up too later on. Who else was in here? Casey Fish Page is in here. And then Raised Outdoors Arkansas said, I got to bounce. Wish I could stay. Cody looking good.
Yep. All right. Yep. Yeah, my lighting's not real good in here, but it's I definitely don't want to be in my shop. It's just too hot.
Yeah. Little bait lab here too. So
yeah, I hear you. Yep. Oh, I know. We're only able to work till about noon because my shop just gets so hot, man. Because it's reaching upper 90s by noon.
What's neat about these shirts is when you sweat a little bit, it gets cool.
Cools you.
Really nice. I mean, you don't want to be all sweaty and stuff, but
right.
It keeps you cool. You know, I got that I can put on, but I don't have my when I'm doing StreamYard. Obviously, you were the first one that we figured that out. My microphones don't work on StreamYard. You can hear me, but I can't hear you. that fan on, that's probably all you would hear is the fan running.
Yep, I hear you. Okay, so you can't use that external mic when you're using
Not,
StreamYard. Oh, wow.
oh yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. So you've got to go straight through YouTube.
No, if I go straight through YouTube, I can use it. But if I go through StreamYard, it's a third party, I can't use it.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. Yep.
And guess up, I guess, when you're sharing screens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm going straight through YouTube, I can do it. I don't know why it doesn't. It did my speakerphone on my phone through the third party somehow.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, and JJ can figure just about anything out. So
right,
I'm letting him try to figure that out for me.
Yeah, and I remember you were fishing and you went to zoom in and it dropped your stream or something.
I don't know what the heck was up with that either. I tried to zoom in and it went black. Remember?
Yeah.
All black. So I don't know if I did something wrong in there or not.
Yeah, that was odd. That was odd.
The Animals Creations. He's saying, "Hey, Ted and Cody." So that's
Dan,
cool.
What's going on, Dan? Yeah.
Yeah. So this tonight ain't about me making baits. I'm making baits and stuff, but this is about you and your channel.
About me. Yeah. Okay.
And so the first question I have for you, and I'm not putting you on the spot and getting you all crazy tonight. We're gonna do a nice, cool, calm, sort of interview type deal, but it's basically chatting and getting to know you. I mean, anybody that's been following me, maybe Wild Game Pursuit, how's it going? Maybe they know me and don't know you, and maybe you can get some hook sets that way. I'm trying to do this to help other people out.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, what got you into taxidermy?
Taxidermy. Yeah. Okay. So I have been hunting ever since I'm 43. I've been hunting since I was 5 years old, and of course I had shot a lot of deer, in my life. And then whenever I turned about 21, I shot a decent deer that I wanted to have mounted. So I went into that taxidermy shop, and the guy was really cool, showed me the process and everything, and told me where he went to school. And I was like, I was like, that sounds kind of cool. So I went home to my parents, and I was already married at the time, but they had inherited a little bit of money, and they said, well, is that something you'd like to do, is go to that school? And I go, absolutely it is, Yeah. And so my dad and I both went at the same time. And it was just a 2-week course. We learned how to do game heads. And, of course, it took off from there. But it took many years, I mean, I've been doing it now for 21 years. It took many, many years to get to where people trusted me, They didn't want a deal,
Taxidermy. It's like I look at their eyes, the way their eyes are set. I'm nervous about giving them my deer, especially if it's a trophy that I want on my wall. So it's like, do I trust this guy? And then I met somebody by the house who I really trust, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand where you have to earn that trust off of people.
You got to earn it. Yeah. I mean, like a multi-hunter in here, I actually did a deer for him early in my career, and it doesn't look near as good as one that I did for him this year.
Yeah.
So you get better, as time goes on, just like anything, you learn a lot of tips and tricks. You teach yourself,
Same thing. And, I did. I look at some of my baits that I used to do, not baits that I'm doing now. You get better as time goes on, and you look. What's cool about your channel, and I don't know if anybody in the chat knows this, but Cody will tell you exactly what he's doing. Like he puts the deer up, he gets the mount on the pedestal, and he's showing you from beginning to end. And not a lot of people would do that. And I really respect that from Cody, because that's his livelihood and his profession. He's letting you in on everything that he's doing. That's really cool.
Yeah. I was real hesitant at first, just because I was new to even StreamYard or, streaming.
Yeah.
And then once I went in on my very first live, I was pretty flattered. I think I had like 25 people come in on my very first live, and I was like, wow, man, people actually kind of want to see this, And so I was like, well, I've been doing it long enough that I might as well do it on camera, do it in front of everybody.
Awesome.
So
cool. And the animals, Amber is my sister. He asked who Amber was.
Yep. Oh, they're small water charters.
Yep, John's in here, Ryan.
Yep.
So okay, so that's how you got started, and then went from there and just
went from there. Yeah. And so, I opened a taxidermy business with my dad, and then my wife and I moved to a different city, and I opened one there for a little while. And then we moved back to my hometown, and I was actually working with Nick selling automobile paint full time. And then I started delivering food and doing taxidermy. I was working 3 jobs.
Oh, wow.
And I told myself, I said, if I'm going to make this business work, I want to start it with 0 debt. That's just something I wanted to do. I said, I got to have money set aside to make this work. Yeah. And that's what I did. And then, man, I just dove right on in, and it worked, so.
Stop that. You built it from the ground up.
So everything in that shop I own, and so, I'm proud of that, it's.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, but, and I'm getting to the point now to where, I've turned away a lot of business just because I can't get it done in a year's time. And if I can't get it done in a year, I don't want to do it, so I've been blessed to be able to do that,
Well, you do that full time. That's your full time.
It's all I do. It's the only thing I do now. Yep. So, the most I've ever done in 1 year, I did 165 came out of my shop in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I did have a hand. I had an apprentice, and actually he turned out to be a very good taxidermist. He's getting really good. He actually just went to a competition and won 2nd place in the pro division out of 80 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was proud of that, even though I haven't, even though I don't care to do competition stuff. You know what I mean? I just don't have time for it.
But he learned from you, though, basically.
He learned from me. Yeah. He learned from me. But he is a very detail-oriented person. Well, he'll go, and I told him, I said, you're going to find your own style, and you're going to need to watch other people, because just because I taught you to do it one way doesn't mean that's the only way to do it, And I say that all my lives all the time. This is just the way I do it. Doesn't mean it's the only way it's done.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm fishing or something. This isn't. There's no right way or wrong way. It's my way, and you can change it up and do whatever you want. It's not, you have to do it my way, and that's the way it goes. It's whatever works for you. You know what I mean? Exactly.
It's always all about the finished product, or when you're fishing, it's all about whether it works for you or not. Because not everybody throws the bait the same way and reels the same speed, and there's a lot of different things that we don't know we're doing, and we're doing it. You know what I mean? But then sometimes we think about it and we go, oh, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? To make it work.
Yeah, I learn out there every time I'm doing. I'm sure you learn things while you're doing your deer or whatever animal you're doing.
Yep.
You learn different things, or something that makes it easier for you, or something, that helps you out on cost, or something different, so you got a lot of things.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have learned just in the last 3 or 4 years, I've learned, areas that I'm wasting something material, and I'm like, oh, why am I doing that? And things I can do to save a little bit of money so I can try to get a better price, or obviously make a little bit more money. You know what I mean? And that just comes with experience,
Yeah.
You don't think about that when you're new, you're just trying to get it done.
Baits, you don't want to waste, you don't want to do something, mess up colors, because then guess what? I mean, you could probably get rid of them and stuff, but it's hard to do it. But if you're making wrong things and wasting materials, that comes right out of your pocket, It
comes right out of your pocket. Yep. And like me, I'm a small business owner. Every mistake that happens, I pay for it. Comes out of my pocket. So
went up, so your mistakes cost a lot more right now nowadays.
You can, yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And if I forget to order one thing, that shipping is ridiculous, and it hurts.
Yep. About that earlier today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So whenever I make orders, as far as taxidermy goes, this is a little small thing a lot of people don't know. A lot of times I may order 50 forms, the molds that the deer go on, and sometimes that takes me 2 or 3 days off and on to get that together, because I have to triple check that to make sure that I'm not missing even one thing.
Yeah.
And it still happens, from time to time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, that shipping has gone crazy, man. It really has. Like we were talking over the phone. I mean, I used to average about $7 a form, and now I'm paying about $12.
Okay.
So, that's got to go to the customer, I mean, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't gonna keep your prices are gonna have to go up with the times.
Right. Absolutely.
It'll maybe have like the plastic that I use. I mean, it was $30, $31 a gallon when I was buying it. Now it's up to $46 a gallon. So
Ooh, yeah.
I do not want to have to keep upcharging people for baits, but
Yeah.
have to raise them $2 a bag or $2 a baits or something. Just what we do is people selling things. You have to do that,
Absolutely.
So that comes up to my next question. What is your favorite animal to work on?
It is still, to this day, it is still white-tailed deer. I still really love doing white-tailed deer. There's just, there's so many deer, and I'm so intrigued. Even though I do taxidermy, I see so many different configurations of antlers and everything, and different colors. I'll notice things on animals that most people don't notice. The coloring around the eyes or the forehead or around the nose, and just little stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just, and also I've done so many of them that it's repetitious, but it's a good repetitious, good repetition, so it's still deer.
Yeah, it would be cool to see all the different styles and shapes of the racks and things. When I go into like the butcher or I go to my taxidermist, that's the first thing I do is go over to the cooler or go over to all the racks and see what's all there.
What all's there? Yep. Give me 1 second. My son's got a question for me.
Yep. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody from being.
Shut the door all the way. Okay. All right. Yep. You know how kids are. But I will say one thing. If you go in a shop and a deer doesn't look good, then nothing's going to look good, because if you look at taxidermy, what is the one animal you always see mounted? It's a white-tailed deer. And so a person, any hunter will know a good deer, but they may not know a good axis deer or a good bear or Yes, exactly. So that's something you got to be good at.
And that's like I said, when I go into, like, when I was looking for taxidermists and stuff, and my buddy did it, and I have not had that issue, but my buddy went to a taxidermist and he wasn't happy. I mean, it was pretty bad. Like, I could have probably did a better job maybe, and it was fucking, it was cheaper and it was convenient for him, and he did that. His day every time he looks at it, and I make it a point every time I go into his house is to look at that deer and say, that's like, ooh, that's a bad job, like jagging him around a little bit.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things that when it comes to hunting and even fishing or whatever, you spend the money on the rifle, the scope, the bow, the scents, the truck, the trailer, the four-wheeler. You can't remember the final detail of picking a quality taxidermist. You know what I mean? And they're in every town or within a good distance. You know what I mean? So it's definitely worth an extra $100, in my opinion, to find the right person.
Yeah, and if you look, the prices between a bad taxidermist and a good taxidermist, there ain't much difference in price.
There's not a lot of times. No, maybe $150. Maybe, and one video I had made is there's some different methods on curing skins. There's a salt pickle tan, and then there's a dry preserved. And now I did get knocked by one guy on that video because he did taxidermy, and it's okay. But I explained to him that that's just a dried skin. There's an actual chemical process to a tan skin. So that's the main thing that anybody's got to ask if they're getting a skinned animal. Now, this doesn't apply to birds or fish, but a skinned animal like a deer is to make sure that it's tanned, because that's where one of the areas where why a price is low a lot of times.
That process.
Exactly. But let's see. Hold on, somebody's ready to know. Buckhead, the head on, or do you take the whole deer? Yeah. So Jesse Lopez asked, what you would take. So what it's called in the business is it's called caping. And so you would want to either watch a video of how to cape a deer. I have one on my YouTube, or take it to, we call it a processing plant, meat cutting plant, whatever, and they'll cape it. And then that's basically just cut about 2 or 3 inches below the neck or right at the neck. So you wouldn't want to bring most taxidermists to whole deer. Like me, for instance, I do my shop from home, and I don't have a place to hang a deer. It's very rare that somebody's wanting to do it. It's easier to take it to a place to have it done.
They'll do it for me, and they charge you an extra $10 or $15 to do it.
Man, is that what they charge there? You know what they're getting here? $45.
Really?
$45.
Wow. Well, I guess that's business in your area, though. Everybody hunts and they're all doing it. So
there are a lot of deer around here, man. There really are. You know,
I take it to the butcher. I pay for my butchering. It's usually $85. It gets it gets vacuum packed. Great guy, he does a great job. There's not a hair in the meat or nothing. He cuts everything great, and he charges me $10 or $15, which I think is reasonable for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I made these baits last night, Cody. These purple ones. I really
like. Heck yeah! Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, I'm just making them. So, but yeah, I'm just packing the baits up while you're talking. So.
Yeah. And the OtterCat just said, "Learn to cape, saves money, and helps the taxidermist greatly." And that's why I had posted that one video about not cutting the chest. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one small detail that, I have to sew it up, and one straight up is not as big of a deal, but sometimes there's some weird cuts that people make. And, I've actually spent 2 hours sewing on a deer that was cut wrong. I can mount a deer in 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it definitely cost a lot. Let's see. Got charged $30 for my bear to cape and $70 basic cook. $30 is a good price.
Yeah, that's City Sticker Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in PA with me too, Cody.
Okay, he lives in PA. Okay, yeah. Well, see, like a multi-hunter, he gets his meat packed by a place that's only about 2 miles from my house. Okay. They charge $110 for basic processing, and it's, like I said, it's $45 to have a deer caped.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, and now that's just basic cutting. Now it is vacuum sealed, and then it's your ground meat's put in the chubs and stuff like that. But man, if they're only charging $70, that's a good deal for processing.
How long does it normally take from the time you drop the head off to the day of pickup? That's from Jesse.
Yeah. Most of the time, it depends on when somebody brings it in during deer season. Now, if somebody brings one in like during bow season, they can typically have their deer back early spring. But if, say, they bring it like in early January, because our season goes to early January, they won't get their deer back until October.
Okay.
So and it's, a lot of people are wondering the status a lot of times. And this is every taxidermist. It's not really that your animal's taking that long. It's you're in line. You know what I mean? Kind of like making your baits. It's not that it particularly takes you forever to do it, but you have a line that you got to go in, and people are in front of you. You know what I mean? It's the same way. And when it's a small shop like me, where it takes, I can only pump out maybe 3 or 4 deer a week.
Yeah.
So that's, 16, maybe 18 deer a month. And if I'm doing a 130 deer, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, Basquatch is in here. I didn't even see him. Sorry, bud, if I missed you. The animal says possibly be a bag, possible not to be a bag. No. The animal's talking goofy. He said he wants his head upside down and goof.
Oh man! See you later, Gary. Joe Bates said he's leaving.
Bates out of here. All right, Gary. We'll see. Big Tiny's is in here.
Oh, Big Tiny, what's going on, man?
Cool.
That's cool.
Next question is: do your kids, do they hunt with you, or do you?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So my wife, she does. She's taken probably 4 or 5 deer. My daughter, when she was younger, would go deer hunting with us and was with us. I think we killed a hog and a deer or 2 with my daughter. Okay. She loves deer meat. She doesn't care to hunt. She doesn't want any part of the hunting, but she loves to eat it, which is fine.
Yep.
Now, my son, he is a little sniper. That kid, he's taken 3 deer. He hunts with a 6.5 Grendel, and it's in an AR platform. He's hit all 3 in the heart of his deer, and he's taken 5 or 6 hogs, and he's taken 2 turkey, and so he does hunt, and
Yeah.
so he enjoys it. He's like any kid. He's 9 years old. He can only be in the stand for a certain amount of time. So you got to limit it to about 2 hours. And that's even pushing it.
He's 9. He's starting this year with me.
Okay. Is there an age limit in PA or
mentor? It's a mentor license.
Oh, okay.
Coming on, I got to hold the crossbow or bow, whatever he's shooting, but he's going to start with a crossbow.
Yeah.
My daughter loves to hunt, but she's at that age now where she wants to be with her friends or stay over at her friend's house. I'm not forcing her into it. If she wants to go, she wants to go. She wants to go fishing with me. She's more than welcome to get on the boat with me and go. She does at times, but sometimes she don't. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. That's how with my son, that's pretty much, I'm like, do you want to go? And he'll say yay or nay. Now, when he killed his buck this year, I surprised him, pulled him out of school early. We went to the gas station, and he got like a Slurpee and a drink and some candy. We went and slipped in the stand, and I had a deer pegged pretty good, and we were literally there 45 minutes, and he shot a deer, But I wanted to make it fun for him. But
yeah.
And it was fun, and he was glad he did it,
Awesome. Now, my daughter went out, and she went in my dad's stand. It was our first time hunting, taking her hunting. We went out in the evening because she didn't want to get up in the morning, but we were down at camp. So I went out in the morning. She slept. I come back in, and she wanted to go out in the evening. We get out there. 15 minutes after we sit there, doe rolls up. Boom, she plats the doe, kills the doe. She's spoiled. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
She got it early in the night, in the evening, and I told her, I'm going to cock the crossbow back, and we're going to sit here and wait for a buck to come, because I had some bucks in that food plot. And shooting deer out of food plots. You know what I mean? Like having them all in their feed, and then you whack one, and they all get scattered. I believe they get real skittish at that food plot. So I don't like taking them out of the food plot. I like coming or going from the food plot. You know what I mean?
Yep. Travel corridor. Yep.
And we were in there, and I'm bleeding right now. That's why I'm wiping my leg. So get in there. My dad, it was really cool because my dad's there, I'm there, and my daughter's there. And I made a video of it, and I didn't get the shot on video, which I was so bad. And this was before I even started my YouTube channel. I was just starting to get into video and the stuff. And we got the deer in the field and everything, and then she was getting ready to shoot. And I'm like, all right, it was 35 yards away. And I said, hold on, wait a little bit. And then it wouldn't come in. I was like, well, you can use the second one down. I told her. She put it on her steady as a rock, man. Boom, heart shot. The doe ran 40 yards and crashed. And I heard it crash. But I didn't want to tell her it was Dover because she was anxious to get down and look for it. I knew it was down.
Right.
Wait here for a buck to come out. If a buck comes out, yay. If not, we'll go get it. Well, about a half hour before light, she was getting antsy. I said, all right, we'll get down. So we got down, and we went over, and we got the deer. And I videoed her finding the deer with my dad and everything. It was an experience.
It's a cool experience, man. Because I know my son, like I say, he's taken 3. So he took 1 this last season and then 2 the season before, but he shot his first one during youth season. And it was really cool because, as a parent, if you're a hunter, you know what I mean? And not everybody in here probably is, but man, it's a really cool experience that, that you've gone through in your head so many times, and you really don't know exactly what it's going to be like, and you hope it's a good experience, and you hope it's a good clean harvest, and they get the animal, but you really don't know until it happens. But it was good. It turned out for you, and it turned out for me right.
I cried like a baby.
Yeah.
To be honest, I cried like a baby. My daughter got that, and I was like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
First deer all over again. And my dad was there, and he's getting teary-eyed, and we're 2 grown men with my daughter, and we're crying, and she's like, what's going on here?
She's like, what are you guys doing?
What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, teary-eyed. He's all teary-eyed. We're hugging and stuff. And I don't know if she knew how that really hit us, how hard it hit us when she did that. You know what I mean? And down there, my dad gives her the old blood wipe on the face and all that good stuff. She wasn't any of the heart or anything like that. So I pass on that one. I said, you're good. Honey, JJ's in here. What's up?
Yep. J&J, what's going on?
Yeah. So That's really cool. What else do I want to ask you? How often, since you're always doing these deer and you're taking, I mean, I'm sure you're taking in as many deer as you can handle. Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you find the time for yourself to hunt as opposed to taking your family hunting? Like where do you split that up, and how do you in your business, you hunting, personally, and then taking your family hunting? How do you break that all down?
That's that's where it gets a little complicated. But one good thing about the way things work here where I live, here in Texas, in my part, so most hunters in my area take their deer to a processor.
Turning this up good.
So what's cool about that is they'll either, like, my wife will be at home and they'll call and she can take the call, and what I can do is I can pick it up with the processor. So typically, being that I've done this for a long time, most animals are harvested on Saturday and Sunday. Well, so I've learned that Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are normally not the best days for me to hunt. I might be able to get a morning hunt in and then sneak home. But so what I can do is I'll go on Monday morning, and that's when I typically go pick up heads. You see what I'm saying? And I'll skin them out. And then once I skin them out, I freeze the capes. So I've learned that normally Tuesday through Friday is normally when I get to do most of my hunting, or my serious hunting, But now Sundays can be really rough because people will hunt all weekend. Well, they'll hunt all the way till Sunday morning, and then they'll come home, and that's when I get a lot of calls. Yeah. There's days that I'll be in my shop on Sunday at 10 in the morning till 10 or 11 at night.
Wow.
And
just having deer people drop it. Now, let me just stop you for 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You said you go and pick the deer heads up at the butcher or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do? That they tell you that their heads are at the butcher. You go pick them up. They don't bring them to you.
Some do, but I would say probably 60-65% of them I pick up at two different processors.
What's up, Jay Hunter? Thank you for coming in.
So that helps, that helps a lot, because then all I have to do is take the call, or my wife take the call, write down the name, the number, and then there's times when I may go on a Monday morning and I may pick up 12. Wow. Sometimes I only pick up 3 or 4. It just depends. There's always your better times. Right around Thanksgiving's busy, and then early December's normally pretty busy. And then
muzzleloaders out here.
Is that? Oh yeah. So here we don't even have a muzzleloading season. Our season opens the first Saturday in November and then runs to the first Sunday in January, and that's all general season. You can hunt with rifle, muzzleloader, bow. They call it a general season is what they call it.
And our archery season goes all the way to the second week in November, our archery season.
And
then it stops for like a week or two. And Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but then the day after that, Monday after Thanksgiving, but now they changed it in PA where it's Saturday and Sunday hunting, because we're not allowed to hunt every Sunday in PA. We
can't hunt Sundays at all?
Just that first day of rifle, and I think there's a week in rifle, there's a week in archery, and there's a week in muzzleloader, I believe, where they have Sunday hunting, just one Sunday.
Huh, yeah.
That's kind of crazy for us, because that's why I got a lease in Ohio, because that's hunting gives me X amount more days a year to hunt. And you're traveling, this is a PA hunter's weekend. You get out Friday, you do all your traveling Friday. So your Friday is shot, you're not hunting.
Right.
Saturday, and you go hunting Saturday. And if you choose to be out there all day, it's from morning till night, which most of the time I do. Early, I don't do it as much. I'll go in early, get out at 10 a week, come back at 2. Then you're done Saturday night, then you stay over, get up Sunday morning and drive home. So you're wasting a Friday evening. You got one Saturday and your Sunday shot for traveling, or you come home Saturday. Well, why would I do that when I can go Friday and I can hunt Saturday, Sunday, come home? You have an extra day, which is just, and say the weather's bad on Saturday then. And get up thunderstorming and raining and pouring, your Saturday shot or your Saturday morning shot, you're just hunting. So you're traveling and you're maybe getting a half day or a couple hours to hunt. But those 2 days, it gives you that extra little edge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's unfortunate, but most people, their only days they get to hunt is Saturday, Sunday. if they're fortunate enough to get to take a day off here or there, or get to hunt Thanksgiving weekend or during Christmas or whatever. But yeah, that would be tough to really only have the one day, to get to hunt most of the time. That would make it tough. That would make it real tough.
Camp, it's an hour away from my house. Like I can get in a truck and I can be at my camp in an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Out there, we do that in the summer. We fish there. But then in the winter, I go down south of Pittsburgh, and we have 100 some acres down there. We have a camp down there where I hunt on private property, and then I hunt my Ohio lease. Well, go down there Friday. It's an hour. You get down there. You're not hunting Friday night really because you're getting all your stuff together. Saturday, you get up, you go hunting.
Yep.
Weather's bad. You're sort of screwed on Saturday, and it ain't that bad of a drive for an hour. But now remember, these people are traveling. Sometimes they're traveling 2-3 hours to get to their camps, and they can't. So I really wish they would legalize the Sunday hunting in PA.
Yeah. I think I believe Michigan's that way too, isn't it? I think
there's a few like that.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah. I've never had to deal with it, but I feel you.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very much fun. It would make it tough for most people.
Yeah, and then kids are involved. You want to get them out as much as you can, and you only have one day to do it. One don't want to go, one wants to go, so you can't go, or you're limited. It's really tough. I would really like that 2-day opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it would. So is there sometimes you said that your archery season goes to the second weekend in November?
Here it goes to the second week in November archery season for the
okay. And so is there a period there where you can't hunt between archery and muzzleloader?
There's a period right at that end of that second week of November, and then there's all the way up to Thanksgiving, November 25th, where you can't hunt. That Saturday after November. So that second
half
of November is sort of wasted, which is one of the best times to be in the woods.
Yeah.
Because you got that early rut, the bow season rut. But there's that rut. Oh, that goes all the way into December. The rut here, but nobody seems to realize that. And I've seen and shot a lot of big deer that second week of archery. But the third week of archery, which it doesn't exist, we don't have a third week of archery. But that third week of November is a really good week.
Yeah.
And, they have some things, special regulation areas like Allegheny County, where I live. You can really hunt with a bow that whole time.
Yeah.
All the way up through there to rifle. You can do that around my house. I can do that.
Yeah.
But when we're traveling certain counties, you can't do that.
Can't do that. Yeah. Well, here in Texas is weird because Texas is so huge. The rut is really weird. But most places that first, between like the 5th and 20th of November is golden. I mean, that is the time. And one interesting tidbit about all that is here's one cool little thing that I did here. It's been several years, but I killed a 10-point in the morning 3 years in a row on November 17th. I did it 3 seasons in a row. The next year I killed a 10-point November 16th in the evening. And then I killed a 13-point on November 18th.
Okay.
But I saw him on November 17th, but I couldn't get him. I was bow hunting. So that's a good time.
Yeah, my lucky time frame is from the 8th to the 14th.
The 14th.
The 14th. I've seen and shot at my biggest deer between the 8th and the 14th. A couple years ago, the 9th, I'm down Uniontown where I hunt down there. The 9th, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. You never thought nothing was going to happen. All of a sudden, boom, this monster comes running over the hill chasing does. Pandemonium for that minute, 10 seconds. It came right past me. I couldn't get a shot. It started walking away. I took a shot, hit it. It fell, got up and ran. I hit it in the shoulder blade, square shoulder blade.
Yep.
I found a little bit of blood out on the power line. That deer was gone. It lived. I found my arrow, everything. That was on November 9th. Next year, November 9th in Ohio. Monster 8-point. Boom, hit a branch right over its back. I mean, a monster 8-point. I'm talking 150.
That's a big deer. Yeah.
Big 8-point. Gone. Last year, I think it was November 9th again, or 10th. I was 13-point, came up to my pal, and he was quartering away from me just a hair. I should have waited a little longer, and I didn't. Put it on him and hit it, and I think I hit on the outside too much, hit that shoulder blade, and it shot out. He ran, and that was all between November 8th and the 13th.
Yeah. Gosh, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely your time. You
Yeah.
know, and it's weird how, like, my time there used to be around the 16th to the 18th of November, but here in the last few years, early December's been my time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but like I said, our rut's really weird. You know, I mean, they can be rutting sometimes in late October,
Yeah.
sometimes early November, and then we always. Well, I say we can see two ruts a lot of times. You know, an early and a late rut, and a lot of times it's the little yearling does that'll
Yeah.
go into estrus.
Do you
But
believe?
it's only in December. What's
Do you
that?
believe there is two ruts? There's a first rut, and like the deer with that cycle will come back into estrus again. That second rut, you believe there's two?
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it many years on the same property. At least on this one property, it's a fact because
I don't believe that, but I believe there is two ruts because
well,
they come
ask
just at different times.
yep, ask a multi hunter.
Yeah.
He shot one year in January, early January, and it was trailing a yearling doe. That's how he got that deer because I let him go hunt on one of my places.
Really?
That's how he shot that deer. And I had seen rut action about 5 weeks before that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the second rut, man.
City Sticker said his first week of November is his week.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yeah, but
Yep.
City Sticker, he's a big hunter.
For Chris, yeah.
Chris
Yep. Yeah, I'm so ready, man. I'm so ready because I think you and I both got new toys this year.
Oh yeah.
I got the Raven and you got the 10 points. So I'm really looking forward to be able to reach out there a little further because my last crossbow, I limited myself to about 35 yards.
Well, I had an old crossbow and it was made by the Center Point, and crossbow. I went when I hurt my arm. I got my shoulder surgery. This was years ago. I couldn't pull my bow back. I had carpal tunnel. I was doing tennis elbow. You know how to do. You play.
That's
sports.
What I have. Yep, I got it too.
I played hockey all my life and beat my body out. My ankles are bad. My joints are bad. So I have a diamond black ice. From back, and pulling it back and everything is great. And then all of a sudden you get hurt and I can't pull it back anymore, or it's not enjoyable to do it. So I went and people were jagging me around because I was the one that was always jagging people that were doing crossbows at first when I had a bow. I'm like, oh, crossbow, you're cheating. Mm-hmm. Well, then I had to use a crossbow, and they're like, oh, you're using a crossbow. I'm like, yeah, I have to. And then as I got into the crossbow and I started hunting these bigger trophy deer in Ohio, I was seeing monsters at 40 yards, and I'm like, you want to shoot them, but you're gonna probably not get them because it's not as accurate. I bought the crossbow. I shot many deer with it. I liked it. 370 feet per second. 370 feet per second crossbow, regular crossbow with the bolts. And I had that. And I was like, I'm going to go back to my bow after. But when I went to the crossbow, I'm like, I'm not going back to my bow right now because I got a 160 class deer in front of me that I can peg with my crossbow instead of me pulling my bow back.
Yep. Now,
I did that. And then
I'm the same way, man. For me, I got tennis elbow tendonitis, and I believe it made me develop target panic. I was never a hardcore bow hunter, but I always bow hunted with a compound during bow season. And I got this target panic because it hurt, and I'd get below the target, and I'd get stuck.
You couldn't get it up. You couldn't lift it up.
I couldn't get it any higher. It's like it was a blockage, something in my mind. And I mean, I was a really good bow shot.
Yeah.
And so I went to a crossbow. And I'll be honest with you, now that I've hunted with a crossbow, I love it. And I had
everybody loves it. It's just easier for my kids, and it's good for me for what I.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So I had a cheaper Barnett, good bow. I'm not knocking it. I mean, 35 yards. I mean, that thing's deadly. But the Raven, I can take 40 and 50 yard shots now.
I got 100 yards at Fraser Bound Outdoors and hit a zombie at 100 yards in the chest.
Yep.
And I was shooting offhand at first, and 100 yards offhand with a crossbow, I don't recommend it for anybody. It's very hard because you move an eighth of an inch here, it's 3 foot down there. It's that bad.
Yes.
But they gave me a shooting stick, and I put it on, and I ended up hitting it at the target, at 100 yards. I don't recommend shooting a deer. I wouldn't shoot a deer at 100 yards. I just wanted to try it.
Yeah.
The scope they gave me, you shoot it at 20 yards, and then you move back to 50. Yep. And then turn your scope, it doesn't have, you don't move the lines to the target. You moved it to the speed of the bow, and you probably
bow. Yep.
I put it on 470. That's the speed of my bow. I put it on that.
Dang, that's fast.
You shoot it at 50, and it should be right on. And then you go back to 20, and all your crosshairs are lined up, so it's right on. And then you're good all the way out to 100. So I went to check it, and that 100, and even the guys up there said, Geo and all them, Adam, there's no drop in that arrow at 100 yards coming out of that crossbow. They said it was pretty flat coming out of that. And I think Kicker Chris was there too, and he saw it. I twice offhand, and I whacked the tree, and you could hear it sounded like a gun hitting. I wasn't getting it out.
Exactly.
And then when I hit it, when I got on the shooting rest, boom.
You were able to nail it. Yep. The Raven is pretty much the same system to dial it in. Now, mine doesn't shoot. Mine advertised, I think, 400, but I chronoed mine, and it was shooting between 410 and 415 feet per second. That's fast. Dude, that's really fast. Because my last one, I chronoed it, and it was 325. So, I mean, you're picking up 25% more speed and energy.
The energy, it's like 982 foot-pounds. And when I bought the bow, it was the end of the season where they were coming up with the 500 feet per second crossbows.
Yeah.
And the guy that I was buying it off of was like, hey, you can wait and get the newest one coming out. It's going to be about $1,000 more.
Yes.
Oh, you know how expensive those crossbows are. I don't want to really say on here, but money. Like, you need a loan to get these crossbows. So I wanted that. I love the Havoc, and I got the smaller one. It's the compact one, and it's rated for 455 feet per second, but it shot 470.
470. Gosh, that's fast. Yeah.
At 470, once the string stretch and everything, it might go back down, but they rate it for 455. But I'm worried about shooting a deer, knowing if I hit it, that's how fast it is. Like, you're like, did I hit that deer or not? You know what I mean?
They are rifle accurate. These new ones, it's crazy just how accurate they are. And at 40 yards with mine, with my broadhead, I use Montech G5 fixed blade. That's just what I like. I'm hitting a golf ball at 40 yards every time. I mean, that's impressive.
The Rage tri-pans right now.
Is that what you're going to use? Yeah.
I'm going to use this year. They're the click lock. They don't have the little plastic piece on them.
Yeah.
I'm going to try them. Now, 10 Point has their own bolts that they recommend in it.
Yep.
I didn't like them too much, so I like the Rages, but I did like the G5s. I love the G5 mechanicals, and I love the Montex, because you could sharpen the heck out of them Montex on a stone.
Dude, yeah.
Dad loves them too.
Yeah.
I worked for Gander Mountain, and I was sort of, I don't want to say sponsored by them, but I was in with G5 with the guys there.
Yeah.
Send me, like, because you could shoot a Montex and bend that tip, and you can send them that back, and they'll give you a new one.
Will they really?
Like, if you
have a few,
and you have a few with the tips bent, contact G5, tell them you shot the deer with that, and you send that back. They'll send you brand new broadheads. Really?
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
They are good broadheads, I tell you. Now, I haven't been using them for real long, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, they're not like them. Yeah.
With my compound, I was always a NAP Thunderhead fan.
See, I never was a Thunder. I was always a Spitfire guy back.
Spitfire,
And then Spitfire didn't open on me, and I quit using them.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, we could go back and forth about some of that.
Oh, I know. We could spend another week talking.
Yeah. But I'm always, I'm an advocate for, if it's working for you, just keep using it. You know what I mean? Just because it's working for me, and it may not mean it works for somebody else. I just know what I like. You hit it with the Rage, you'll know you hit it. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty bad. A Rocket, City Sticker's a Rocket guy. Yeah, I mean, I was a G5 guy for years, and then I just got into the Rage broadheads, and I started using the Rages. I was using the dead meats and all that stuff. I heard of those, yeah.
I was using that stuff, and I was gonna go with the Muzzy, the Trocar.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Played the hybrid, but they told me that my crossbow's too fast. I couldn't shoot a fixed blade out of it because it's gonna plane, and you'll be in. You have to shoot a mechanical. So I went with the Rage. They said they gave me like 5 different options, and the tri-pan's what I picked.
Yep. Yeah, I was worried about that with the Rage on mine, and they shoot slightly different than the field tips.
Mhm.
But I mean, they're dead accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Once it's in, I'll just shoot a few. I shoot a few, once a week just to make sure it's on, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got to do much with the crossbow. You can shoot it once, and then just every once in a while take a shot with it to make sure nothing moves.
Make sure they move.
You're good.
Yeah.
But now, I did have my doubts when they first come out with the crossbows, because everybody, when they legalized crossbows, everybody that was out there that wasn't, and I don't want to say I'm a great skilled hunter at all, okay? And I don't want to say that in any way, but I know the rules and I know ethics and stuff, and I follow them in the woods. And there was people going out that never hunted before, buying a crossbow off the shelf, taking it home, shooting it 2 times, loading broadheads on it, and going out and hunting the next day.
Yeah.
And that's not good for the hunting industry and for the hunting business. That just makes you look bad. There's people, I was in the woods many times where I was sitting there and I'd see a deer come limping past with a crossbow bolt in its leg or in its front leg. Or I was sitting in the woods when they were driving deer and people were shooting a running deer with their crossbows.
Oh,
they're acting like they're guns, and it's not.
And they're not. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody out there who crossbow hunts, you still got to take the time. You still got to practice. You still got to put that shot. You owe it to the deer. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the sport of hunting to make a shot and respect the animal and put it down as quickly as possible. Not just a running animal. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've what you just said, where people were screwing broadheads on and thinking they're going to shoot just like a field tip. Even some of the expandables don't fly like the practice point, because I experienced that myself where it didn't shoot anything like it. So man, I'll shoot. I don't care if I have to spend an extra $30 or $40 to try a few to make sure they're going to fly right.
Give you the practice.
Some of them do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Online from Cold Steel, they're plastic broadheads. Did you ever see them?
I haven't seen those.
Razor cut. They're you're not allowed to use them in PA. I looked it up because I was going to use it, but I seen them on YouTube being used, and they're putting them into hogs and killing them. They're plastic, and they don't break when they're hitting these things, and they're sharp, and they're cutting, and they're shooting hogs with them, bear with them, deer with them. But you're not. I'm going to go get them. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. Hunting stuff with J&J. You say you like fixed blade. I'm a fixed blade fan myself. I'm not knocking anybody that uses expandables, but I'm more comfortable with the fixed blades myself. It's just what I've had good success with. Multi-hunter, been using Rages for years, had a few problems. Yep, I hear you.
All right, so these right here called the Cheap Shots by Cold Steel. Cold Steel makes them, and they're plastic. They're a polymer.
Well, that's weird. They say they're steel, but they're plastic.
They're 100%.
I'm just playing.
They're made of cold steel.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. It says steel, but they're made out of plastic. Wow. Those kind of broadheads, if they'll fly right, those things are deadly.
I know, and they're plastic, but if you could cut a gun band with them just like a regular broadhead, but people are shooting stuff with them and killing them. But PA, I looked it up. You're not allowed to use this plastic broadhead for some reason.
Man,
I wanted to do a video and a review on it.
Yeah,
and I wanted to go with it at least or something and see. But I don't want to put it on YouTube, and I'm not allowed to use it in PA and get all kinds.
Yes, yeah. What about Ohio? Can you use them in Ohio?
You have to look it up. I have to look
that up. Yeah.
I don't take a chance in Ohio on them big deer with this either. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I wanted to shoot a doe with them here because I can get a doe 10 yards away from me, like what I call practice. I can shoot 20 doe a year if I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I'm not saying that they're bragging in any way, but you know how the doe is, and like you can get a doe just about when you want a doe. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Especially now with these crossbows, if I can reach out there 50 yards, I can get a doe just about every time I go out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I wanted to do a review on it, but I was nervous in doing it, so I didn't do it.
Right. Cecilia just asked me a question. Yeah. What's the biggest animal I've ever mounted? So, I've done a lot of elk, nilgai, kudu, sable. Probably Probably the sable and the kudu. Those are some big animals, man. They're huge. They're really huge.
Buffalo?
I have mounted buffalo. That's right. Yeah, never mind. It would be a buffalo. Yeah, I've done a few of those. Oh man, those that's a lot of work. So catch to a buffalo, bison, whatever you want to call it. Grooming those is a job. You're talking many hours to pull out little pieces of like burrs and hay and grass.
Really?
Oh, it is. Yeah, I filled up 5-gallon buckets full of stuff in bison skins. Wow. Yes.
You actually got to clean them and clean that skin off and clean like you're combing your hair, basically. You got to.
Yep. So a lot of times my wife will help do some of that. My son, I've paid my son to help sit there and pick them off. And you can only do about 20, 30 minutes of that at a time until you're just like, I got to take a break.
Yeah.
And yep.
Crazy. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. What else did I want to say? I'm asking you all hunting questions first, but I'm going to do some fishing questions.
Yeah.
Since we're a fishing community also. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I fish too. I proved I know how to fish on my video once.
Yes, I've seen it. Hunting my videos. We talked about bow and crossbow and everything. Now, gun hunting. What is your preferred gun to use and caliber?
Yep.
To use for deer. I'm going to say deer because that's pretty much general.
Yeah.
Air, stuff like that. That kind of bore. What caliber and what kind of gun? What's your favorite make of gun and model?
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to the caliber for whitetail, my number one choice is the 7mm 08. I absolutely love it. What's that?
My dad's gonna love that you said that.
Is he? Okay. Yeah. Well,
yep.
Okay. I hunted with a 7mm mag for many years. It was overkill, but it did the job really good, really flat. And then I was a big 270 fan, which is a great caliber. Then I started hunting with a 7mm 08, and I tell you what, it just works. It doesn't hardly have any recoil. Not that I can't handle it. My wife can shoot it. My son can shoot it. It just kills stuff really well. Killed pigs, deer. I'm trying to think what else I've shot with it. I've shot axis deer with it. The one that I hunt with primarily is a Thompson Center Venture. So it's a synthetic stock, but it feels like wood in your hand. It's not one of those real flimsy, flexible ones. It's a real firm.
Thompson Center.
Yeah, it's a good gun. And then of course now I shoot suppressed when I hunt in Texas. You know, we can hunt deer or whatever. I don't know what all states are, but
suppressors while you're on the suppressor category. Is there any special regulations in Texas for the suppressor? Because I know PA, they have all these different rules for different guns now.
In Texas, man, you pretty much have the freedom to just, if you're hunting any game, you can use them. You know, I know in some states you can't use a suppressor to hunt coyotes, or you can't use night vision to hunt coyotes or whatever. Like now, my son, his primary deer rifle is a 6.5 Grendel and an AR platform, and I built that way it can grow with him.
I got you.
Because it's adjustable. But I tell you what, we've taken 5 deer with that, and it is a great caliber for deer too. We just keep the distances closer, you know, similar to a 243 in a sense.
My favorite caliber is probably the 243 for deer.
Yeah.
Me, ballistic tip and a 90 grain ballistic tip.
Yeah.
And but all that energy just gets released into that deer. You see that deer just buckle and boom down. Now I have the two extremes. I have the 243 that I use. Mm-hmm. And I'll take out the 300 Win Mag sometimes.
I don't know why I knew you were going to say 300 Win Mag.
Yeah, I have a 300 Win Mag.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Bought me. He was actually sighting it in. I thought it was his gun years ago. And he bought it off of my cousin. And I loved it. It was a Browning A-Bolt medallion.
Those are nice.
It has the kick, the port on the front of it and everything for the kick, but its lot is all heck. Mm-hmm. And, he was shooting it one day, and he shot it twice. He's like, all I want to do is shoot it twice, and you can shoot it. So I shoot it. And I get up and I give it to my dad. I'm walking away. My dad goes, here, it's yours. And I was like blown away by it. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
I got my 300 for anything I want to shoot. And then I have 43 because it's so fun to shoot.
Yeah.
And I picked off deer running 100 yards with that thing, you know, running with the rifle. And That's such an awesome. I love my 243. It's a Ruger Mark II.
Yeah.
Stainless barrel with the gray stock, like laminate stock. I love that gun, but it's almost too pretty to take into the woods with you.
Yes. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, my 7mm mag is a Remington BDL, and it's a beautiful gun. And I bought it my senior year in high school. So I mean, gosh, I've had that for 25 years probably. You know.
In here, and my dad said, "I do love it. 7mm 8 with a 139 grain hunting bullet." That's what my dad uses.
130. I use 140s.
Yeah,
I love the Fusion. The Fusion 140 grain. Oh
yeah.
man, that's some good stuff.
Yeah. Is that a Hornet Day bullet?
Oh, it's a Federal
Fusion.
Federal. Yeah, it's a Federal. Yeah, it's some good stuff, man.
Well, in here, what's up, Donald? I'm just saying hi to people. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you know, I mean, all of it obviously boils down to shot placement. You know what I mean? A good shot is, you know, a big caliber is not always going to compensate for the bad shot, but it kind of can sometimes, you know. But you know, if you put it just right, you know, you can take deer with a 223. You know, I've done it. I've taken one. You know, I did it once, and I'll probably never do it again.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I just wanted to prove I could do it.
Novi asked, what's our thoughts on a 6.5 Creedmoor? Now, I like the 6.5 Creedmoor, but I like the 350 Legend better, and I think it's because of I can use it in Ohio because it's a straight wall. But my kids can use it also. That's why I wanted to get a 350 Legend, because my son could shoot it, my daughter can shoot it, and then I can use it for Ohio if I wanted to use it.
Yeah. You know, we're talking about a 6.5 Creedmoor. A 6.5 Creedmoor and a 7mm 08 are ballistically fairly similar. I think a 6.5 Creedmoor is a little better further, but a lot of the ballistics are somewhat similar in a lot of ways. I don't know about ballistic coefficient and stuff like that, but a lot of the energy and stuff like that. I've never owned one. I've never owned a 6.5 Creedmoor. After I got the 708, man, I fell in love, and I got a feeling that's going to be one that I'm just going to.
We just did a for our club, and it had a Hellcat, a 9mm pistol Hellcat, and then it had a Ruger 6.5 Creedmoor. So you can win those two guns or $1,000, and somebody won it and they want the gun. So
absolutely.
Yeah, 50 Legend. Now I hear stories about it from different people, but for my use, the 350 Legend as opposed to the 6.5 Creedmoor, I would probably pick the Legend because I would have more use out of it for me and my family. That's the only.
I'll tell you what, talking about ammo availability and stuff around here, that 350 Legend is on the shelf all the time.
It's not here. Not here.
Really? Oh, that has been on the shelf for 6 months here.
No, it ain't on the shelf at
all the time. I almost thought about buying one just because there's a ton of ammo.
Ammo, yeah. That's what you usually buy the gun and then get the ammo. Now it's whatever ammo is available, you buy that gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Thank you for answering that. I was curious about that. Do you hunt private or public land when you hunt?
Almost all of what we hunt here in Texas is private. Public land in Texas is very, very limited.
Okay.
And most of public land in Texas is draw. And if you're fortunate enough, you might draw once every 4 years, 5 years. I've only drawn 3 hunts in 15 years. So it's pretty much all private. Now,
I didn't know that about Texas. I thought
yes, there are some walk-on places in the eastern portion of the state, but it's for archery.
Okay.
But you know, I live in West Texas. You know, I mean, I can't drive 6-7 hours to go hunt.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, we're 3 hours from DFW, and then some of that stuff's even further away. But most everybody will hunt private land in Texas. But it's I know people see videos and there's deer everywhere. It's not like that everywhere. Those are the primo places. There's days that I hunt that I don't even see deer.
Really?
There's lots of days that I don't even see a deer.
Oh, I've seen a lot of deer that you have on cameras and stuff from your pictures, and you see all these TV shows, and like Texas is known for like the mecca of deer hunting. A lot of people
Right.
in Texas. Are the deer smaller in Texas than they are up north?
Overall, yes, they are.
Body wise.
Overall, body wise, they are. There's so many different regions, because Texas is so big. For instance, where I live on I-20, South I-20, a deer that field dresses 125 to 140 pounds is a good sized deer. Now you go north of I-20, especially about an hour, and you get up into the panhandle of Texas. We can shoot deer that field dress 150 to a little over 200 pounds. That's field dress weight. So you're looking at a 225, 250 pound deer. That's a good deer pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
But now there are more smaller body deer in Texas than there are bigger deer, so yeah. But some states, a lot of people pass 130s and 140-inch deer. Here in West Texas, 130s and 140s, those are good deer. Not saying we don't shoot 150s, 160s, 170s, even occasionally some 180s, but 140 around here, that's a good mature deer. That's a good 5.5-year-old deer most of the time.
In Ohio, like PA is totally different. Like, I consider PA just another planet. You know what I mean? Hunting. You have your areas, but a lot of the areas in PA now, the good areas are becoming the backyards of people's homes.
Yes. Yep.
Smarter. So archery is a big thing. Like behind old Annie Mae's house, you can go hunt behind her house, or these little woodlots. And I hunt that around my house a lot. The little woodlots that are here, I have permission. I can go, which I'm fortunate enough to do that. And then I have my place down camp where you have the deer, but like here they're smelling like the bacon and eggs and the school buses.
Oh.
You go out to Ohio into this big country and you're hunting, it's totally different hunting because the deer smells fire or something, they're gone, or they smell you, they're gone. Here, it's almost like they're coming to these yards to feed, and they smell their bacon and eggs. They smell humans. They're, everything is totally different from like what I call suburb, but I call it city hunting.
Yeah.
Opposed to hunting in Ohio, you got to be scent free. Like I'm scent free, and I'm real cautious about all that stuff. My clothes, bags, I use the body washes, I use the sprays, I use the wafers. I do all that. Okay, I have wind scent on, I have cover scent, I do all that stuff. City. And I do it in Ohio because I don't think I have to be as critical when I'm hunting down the road here behind my buddy's house.
Right.
Go down there probably in jeans, in a sweatshirt, and go sit up in a tree, and I could probably shoot a deer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to say it's easy to do that or whatever. I'm just saying it's a lot different hunting here in like by my house in these little woodlots than it is in like in Ohio or even down my camp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gone. They know something's wrong, the danger. Here they smell it all the time, so it's almost like it's just a whole different style. And
it is. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I've hunted places that are both ways. Ways. Yeah. Cecilia said, "Look like somebody I saw on Lone Star Law." Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
See what else? Do we have any more questions in it? Did I miss any questions in the chat? Cody, my biggest bucks on public, I just got deeper where others don't tread. Yeah, and that's true. You got to go, and that's what I do down in Ohio. But now we have a lease down there, so nobody can hunt on there. But when we were hunting public in Ohio, we would walk in 2 and 3 miles. I actually called Ohio Wildlife and asked them if we can quarter our deer out where we were, and they said absolutely not. And that made for a really, really, you weren't shooting a small deer when you were down where we were hunting.
Oh wow.
A monster, or that's it, or you're on your own getting the deer out, which would take all day.
Wow. Yeah, because hunting stuff with J&J said, "Have you guys processed your own meat?" I process most all my own meat. I will take one in. I take pride in cutting it myself. I just enjoy it.
Do it the way you want to do it.
I cut it the way I want because I'm kind of picky. I like to cut my muscle groups and save them for certain things. But I probably average taking one every other year, to a processor, and it's because I'm just super busy or something, But that was one thing my dad and I, before he passed, we always did was process all our own deer. My dad never took one to get cut, but it's fun to me to get to cut it. You know, it's
all the stuff to do with Cody, but when I get it, I don't have time to do it, so I take it.
Oh, I understand. Oh, I get it.
Like I have the grinder upstairs, I have the meat slicer, I got the vacuum packers, I got the knives.
You got it all.
They're in the attic. They may be used for a giveaway one day. but you know what I mean? Like we bought them at Cabela's. I got the good stuff and all that. But when I get a deer, it's like I'm either hunting before work or I'm hunting after work or I'm going away to hunt and I don't have time to do it myself because I got to go do something else. So it's easier just to, hey, you take it and
it is.
Come pick it up. You know what I mean?
In the long run, the money you spend, like you say, you spend $80, $85 to get a deer processed, you're way better off when it comes to dollars.
Yeah.
Paying somebody to do it because, it takes me by myself a good 4 or 5 hours to pack it, to do it. It's costing me money, really.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at it in that sense. But for me, it's just that, because I'll take out a roast. I got certain roasts that I make my cowboy cut jerky with. I got certain roasts that I put in a crock pot. I call it a Dr. Pepper roast with Dr. Pepper. Potatoes and onions and celery. Each cut has its own thing.
Yeah, you just did that recently on a video, didn't you? Do that Dr. Pepper thing, or was that? Or you did your sticks and you gave some to Missouri Randy?
That was my smoked jalapeno cheese sausage.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to probably make a Brazilian Dr. Pepper jerky video, and then I'm going to do my jalapeno cheese snack sticks. I just finding the time to get it done,
Snack sticks, because I do my own. When I get my deer, I get most of it. The only one that eats deer meat is me and my daughter. My wife or my son won't.
Really?
My son anything but McDonald's chicken nuggets, okay? So even my mother made chicken nuggets to look like McDonald's, and he wouldn't eat them.
He wouldn't eat them. Wow.
Hot dogs and chicken nuggets, all processed. That's all he eats. But my daughter will eat deer meat with me, which is cool. So we get deer, and that's all we need a year. But there's people out there that I'll shoot deer for that want it. They get a deer, so I'll shoot it. They pay for the butchering, and they pay for my license half the time, and then I shoot them a deer, and then they take it. And they're happy for the year until next year. And they want to. So I don't know that if it goes to a good cause and they're using it. You know what I mean?
And you said y'all eat one?
We eat like one, maybe a year. There's probably meat in there, and it's, I still probably got some steaks in there, some ground meat.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what surprises some people. A little interesting fact about me: we normally will eat anywhere between 3 and 5 deer a year.
Wow.
But now here's the catch. And then I'm not anti-beef by any means. We'll eat beef out. I haven't cooked beef in my home in probably 8 years.
Yeah, so you probably save thousands of dollars by doing that.
And it's just, to me, it makes, when I shoot a doe or whatever, it makes every deer trophy. It's important to me. That's all that really matters. But it's cool. It's my son. I'll pull out some deer steak and I go, hey, this is your deer. It's it's cool.
That goes back to when people were providing, when they had to do that, so that instinct we all have is to provide family.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is awesome. I was just looking at something, sorry. But so cool. Thank you for answering that. Is there anything that you wanted to mention to anybody or any upcoming, anything on your channel or anything that you wanted to say to anybody in here or anything like that?
No, I mean, I guess really about the only thing is that I'm hoping to try to get back to posting some more content. I'm just still trying to recover from that giveaway live.
Oh, I know. I understand. I'm still my giveaway too.
Yeah, I just, and it's hot and it's dry and I've been trying to get my work done, and then with the holiday. So I'm going to get back into content probably next week. So,
and it's good people know that too, that what you're doing, actually being honest with the people, like, hey, I don't have time to do this, but like not dropping off the face of the earth, but still letting them know, hey.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Snake River? How are you, buddy? Thank you for coming.
Snake River, what's going on?
Yeah, just, letting the people know what you're getting into. But like that YouTube starter kit giveaway with me and Sunfish King, that knocked me to the ground. I mean, that's out of me.
Well, because it's not just that you think one email and then you're done. Some people that email a few times, not knocking nobody, and it just different. There's a lot that goes into all of that. It's a lot of work, man.
I was talking to you earlier about that. When you're doing giveaways and everybody in the chat, when we're doing giveaways as channels, and if you haven't done any giveaways or whatever, you don't know what I mean. But it's something as simple as if I'm doing my live tonight and somebody wins tonight, it's really nice for you to email us your addresses the night of or the next day, so we don't have to go after and like call multi-hunter to get City Sticker's number or get Snake River number to get Chris's number. And like, it's a lot of time and it's a lot of effort to do that. So please, guys, if you're entering contests on anybody's channel, not just mine, everybody's been pretty good on my channel, except for there's a few I had to go around. But if you do win and you're just doing the channel a favor, they're doing the giveaway for you. And if you win, please take the time and just as quickly as soon as you can, email information so they have, and then they can start working on it and get it out, because everybody has a schedule. Nobody can, just spend tons of time. Like if I was going to give these baits away tonight and it took me a week and a half to give these baits away, to be honest with you, it's not worth giving it away.
Right. Yep.
I was pressing everything, and tomorrow I can put this in an envelope and send it. Yay, we're done. That makes it that easy. So it does help the people who are doing the giveaways, and we just have that are winning to do that for us. It just makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ottercat just said it was a great live. I'm still laughing with you. I guess he's talking about my Johnny flip.
I was the best. I almost fell off the chair when that happened. I loved it. I didn't want to keep commenting. I didn't want to make any comments because I didn't want to keep it going, because I knew you end it right there, like you wanted to stop.
Yeah.
People that wouldn't end it, and I was just laughing. I was like, that was great.
Oh, I actually hit him up through email about it and told him. He said, "Oh, I could care less."
He gets that all the time, he says.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Yeah,
that's what he
does. He gets that all the time. But definitely the highlight. Besides, I don't want to say that was the high, but that was a really good part of your life.
It was funny. It was funny. Yeah, and then my sister, she goes, "Yep." She said, "Cody, we can't take him anywhere."
Yeah.
Because anybody that knows me, if you've ever been in any of my lives, I like to joke and I like to stay lively and hopefully people laugh, and you know what I mean? Like eating dry ramen noodles or Vienna sausages or Whoopers or, you know what I mean? I like,
I know. And there's channels here that give it to each other. And
I know. Oh, yeah.
AJ Drones, myself, Sunfish King, Earl. There's a lot of people that jag around with these.
And Randy.
Yeah, Randy. Randy's a big one I got. And people they give it and take it. So some people in the chat might not think they're like, whoa, why do you say that? But there's a lot of channels that are buddies that like give each other a hard time. So when you see that, it's all
fun. It's all fun and games. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I sent your baits out, Raven Cat, to Ugly Dog Lures. So yeah, they're on their way.
There you go.
Raven Cat. And anybody that's in the chat, YouTube starter kit giveaway. I'm getting surgery this Tuesday coming up, so I'm going to be off work for a while, so I'll have time to. That's when I'm going to send all my stuff out. I got all my apparel. So Cody, thank you for buying.
Yeah.
I like your shirt. This is your shirt that you bought. You're not getting this one. Yours.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh wow, you're wearing it in for me.
I'll sign it for you. No, I'm just kidding. Cody bought some stuff off me. Carl, chilling in Indiana, bought some off me. Multi-Hunter bought some off of me. Jason Drones bought some. So I'm not putting these out in everybody's faces all the time. I'm going to pull these out maybe once every 3 or 4 months and put a pre-order up if anybody's interested in my apparel. I just don't want to have it in people's faces all the time saying, hey, buy my stuff. I just think every once in a while I'll put it out there and say, hey, I'm selling my gear again every 3 or 4 months. If you want to put an order in, put an order in. That's how I'm going to do it from here on out. But all that stuff, Steve from Wyoming also bought some stuff off me too. So all that will be going out next week. Tuesday, I'm getting surgery. So hopefully Wednesday I can start all my shipping. I'm going to do all my shipping from Wednesday on out. So next week, everything will be done and out to everybody. And that'll be a big weight off of my shoulders because I think about it every day.
Right. Yeah, Raven Cat said he's trying it out for me. He may charge me extra for wearing it in. That's an extra fee, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I really do appreciate everybody who bought some stuff off me. That's awesome. I don't have a link for my merch, Alvin. I just put it up there and do a pre-order. So you'll have to wait till the next order, Alvin. and it'll be like every 3 or 4 months. I'm going to put it up and say, hey, I'm selling my stuff. I'll run it for a couple weeks until I get enough sales, because I can't do print on demand, because it is dye sublimated too. This ain't screen printed. This is all dye sublimated. It'll never wear off.
Oh, nice.
You got the name on the sleeve. You got the logo here on the front of the shirt. You got the logo on the back of the shirt. It's all dye sublimated. So, and it's performance shirts. They're wicking. They're sunproof. They're cool when you're fishing. I could have done T-shirts and things like that, but I don't wear T-shirts when I'm out fishing because they're hot. I wear performance gear, and that's what I wear, and that's what I wanted to sell. And I wanted to be a little bit different than a lot of the people out there that are selling like T-shirts. So I wanted to sell you can use, and it'll help you out and things. But my fleece, my new hoodies are performance too, but they're lined a little bit. So for chilly mornings, it's really nice, because I had hoodies like this. They were just the performance with a hood for a sun. I still get them if people want them. I just did the fleece hoodies this time instead of my sun hoodies to see how they went. And I had some people buy these too. So, and
it was hard to think. It's hard to think hoodie here as hot as it's been.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
It's hard to even fathom that.
Yeah,
for us.
And JJ Jones says then you have to do a full photo shoot for Ted.
Yep.
Any chat have any more questions, hunting questions for Cody? Anything with taxidermy, hunting, guns, bows, anything like that? Because if we don't have any more questions about that, I'm going to move on to the fishing. And then Cody, I don't want to keep you here longer than you want to be here. So you just let me know when you got to go or when you want to.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I think Novi wants to come up later on after we're done. I told him I was interviewing you and things in this time. And if he wants to come up later, I'm going to get him up here too with, or if you leave, I'll bring him up. But if you want to stay on with him, that's fine also.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably stay on till about 8:30 if that's cool.
Big Tiny says, apparently you don't trout fish in Northwest PA anymore. Yeah, I do trout fish a lot. Actually, Big Tiny.
Yep. Oh, okay. He was
asking a trout master and a muskie master. They call me Muskie Ted.
Muskie Ted.
Yeah, Muskie Ted.
That's, man, I don't know. You may not want that nickname, Muskie Ted.
Yeah.
So Big Tiny was asking me how the scents are working. Unfortunately, the pasture I put the scent in on that scrape, there's cows in there. And that's all I've had pictures of so far. And to be fair, that property this time of the year is real thin on deer because they come in after the ag fields get planted, the wheat and stuff. So hopefully maybe it'll draw something in, but those cows are just... I got to
order some of them off of Big Tiny. I told him I wanted to get the mock scrape scents, because I'm a mock scrape guy. Like I
do too.
I'll do the mark scrapes with the vine hanging down in them, the vine now, and I'll do the rub. I'll do the horizontal rubs now. The rubs when I tie it to a tree and I'll anchor it with a lag and have it horizontal, and I get a lot of good success with that. Rubbing horizontal rubs instead of regular tree rubs.
Right.
Tree horizontal and tie it around the tree, and then put a lag through another one, or lag it into a tree so they can't rip it out, but they can move it. The deer love that. Yeah.
Wow.
Try a horizontal rub once. Look
horizontal rub. I have to look that up. I've never even heard of that.
Horizontal rub. Hey, Steve, Wyoming.
What's going on, Steve? Alvin had a question. He said, have you ever tried to mount fish? Maybe I missed the answer. And I haven't really tried birds or fish. I've stayed so busy doing big game. And actually, being that I've even turned the work away, that I can't even fathom trying to even begin to do it. I love to fish. It's just that and fishing around here is a little different than it is in some places. This is dry West Texas. People. I get maybe 1 or 2 calls a year for people wanting to mount fish. So it's kind of the market too. Yeah. And birds, a little bit better market for birds, but even still maybe 10 or 12 calls. But then I get hundreds of calls for big game. Yeah. The fish, you got to have your paints. You got to paint them, spray them, airbrush them. There's a lot more materials. It's almost like a different category.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like Goose, Ugly Dog. He would probably be a master fish painter. You know what I mean? You know, if he had somebody that mounted it and then he would go in and paint it, I mean, it would probably look, it would probably look so good, you know, or Carter's, or, you know, there's New Hope. There's a bunch of them out there that are really good at it.
Yep.
But,
All right. So since I guess we're done with all the hunting questions that I have for you, so now we're going to go into fishing questions.
Cool.
What is your favorite fish to fish for?
Fish for me, and this is gonna deal with my stomach, but crappie, because I love to eat crappie. I love the way they bite. I love how aggressive they can bite, and I love how they're stacked up. You know, a lot of times, you know, if it's super cold, or in it, like even like right now in the summer, you can find them suspended and they're stacked up, or in the spring when they're just all loaded around the bank. I mean, I've caught them in 6 inches of water. Mainly because I love to just fry crappie. I love to eat them. You know what I mean? So, you know,
you like to fish for crappie because you like to eat.
Because I like to eat them. Yeah. And so one cool little thing. So it's been about 10 years ago, my cousin and I were slaying them, and I was like, how many crappie do I have in my freezer? I pulled them all out, put them in a laundry basket. Now, and by saying this, we eat all the crappie that I catch and keep.
Yeah.
I would do lots of fish fries. I had 40 pounds of crappie fillets in my freezer.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of crappie. That tells you how many crappie we caught. Now, I can't catch them like that anymore because the lake levels have changed and this and that. But yeah, definitely crappie. But I still like to catch bass. I still like to catch catfish. I love to fish for hybrid stripers, even white bass. I grew up fishing a creek behind my house, caught tons of perch, tons of carp, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, that's where I really cut my teeth on fighting fish, was catching carp as a kid. That's how I learned how to fight fish.
Awesome.
You know.
Multi-hunter said, I love to eat the crappie. Cody cooks too.
Oh yeah. He's been to many of those fish fries. He normally, at least he comes over once a year for fried crappie.
Really?
Yeah, and I do it a little bit different than a lot of people. I don't use egg I use spicy mustard.
Okay.
Yeah, and then put it in like your Louisiana fish fry.
So egg wash or something you use
spicy brown mustard.
Makes sense.
Sounds
awesome.
Good.
Now, so does Nick live close to you?
Yes. Yeah, he lives. He basically lives 20 minutes from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you just answered my next one, was like favorite sport fish, but you said you like bass and you like all the other.
Yeah.
I like to all them. Family. Does the family like to get out and fish with you?
You know, my son likes to fish. My daughter doesn't. She won't go hunting, but she will go fishing. But we kind of, as she gets older, she's 13, we kind of have to drag her out there now. But once she gets out there, she's okay with it, you know. And my wife, she likes to fish a little bit, but my son definitely likes to fish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets really excited, but he's one of those catch fishermen, not necessarily fish fishermen, you know, like let's go fishing and catch 2 fish today. No, he ain't down for that.
Happening. If he goes out, nothing's happening.
Yeah,
he's done. He's like, I'll go in. I'm tired. I'm like, you're not tired. You're just lying. He's like, I'm tired. My head hurts. I'm like, well, no, your head don't hurt either.
You're bored. Yeah.
Bored. I know. JJ asked if you and Nick are going to do a video together, or did he miss that?
No, I bet we do. There is, JJ, if you go on Multi-Hunter's page, there's one called an Aoudad Hunt. We're in a video on that together, but that's from literally 10 years ago. But you know, if you look on mine, there's some hog hunts on his and mine, but they're all older, you know. So
that'll bring me to my next question. This isn't really about fishing, but I know Multi-Hunter was fairly new to the YouTube not too long ago. Did you help him get into the YouTube thing, or did he help you, or did you guys collab together and like make each other do it, or how did that?
It's kind of interesting because so most people don't know this about my channel, but my channel's actually 13 years old.
Yeah, I remember you saying something
about it. I posted,
All right.
say, for 2 years, posted videos, kind of started growing it a little bit, but not really much. And then family happened. Kids got born and we moved, and I was still recording some hunts. Well, anyway, I posted in December. So my sister Gail, most of y'all know Gail, she's got a YouTube and stuff. She kept saying, "You need to post. You need to post. You need to post your taxidermy and this and that." And I kept just whatever. So I posted a hawk hunting video of me shooting a pig with my Glock. I got a Glock 10mm pistol, G40, and it literally hit 6,500 views. And I was like, and it was only a 45-second clip.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was like, okay. I said, I'm gonna start posting some stuff. And so then Nick has tons of old hunts that he had, and so he just started posting them too.
Yeah.
And so we literally kind of just started at the same time. The catch is that when I started in February, I already had like 200 subs.
Yeah.
Nick only had like 13.
Mm-hmm.
So, we both grown. It just looks like I've grown more, but in reality, I haven't. He's grown pretty well too.
Yeah.
Just that he didn't have as many subs because I don't think he had as much content from years ago.
Slayer, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Deer Slayer's in here.
Oh, what's going on, Deer Slayer? Yeah, there's Nick said on here, there's a hog and doe classic video from Baird where, I think it has like 30,000 views, but it's like 13 years old, where I shot a doe and a hog. I shot a pig at like 250 yards, and then I shot a doe like 30 minutes later at like 100 yards and dropped them both.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you ever fished any tournaments or anything like that? Any kind of fishing tournaments, or do you get into any of that?
Whenever I was a kid,
yeah.
Whenever I was a kid, I fished a tournament, and I didn't win the tournament, but it came down to me and another kid for this casting contest where he had to throw a plug into like a hole, and it came to me, and I think I was like 12, and there was like a 6-year-old kid, and I ended up beating him. But that's the only tournament I've ever fished. Other than like a friendly, you go fishing with a buddy and you're like, all right, man, we got $5 on this or something,
Yeah, I love tournament fishing. I mean, I was tournament fishing for a while with the York River Bass Association, and then with kids and that, and it was so hard to do it because
a lot of work.
The kind of person that if I'm gonna be fishing next week, then I'm spending 2 weeks before getting ready for it,
finding them.
Maps and looking at weather and looking at fish catches and fishing reports and studying things and doing that, and that couldn't happen anymore. So I sort of stopped doing that, and then I started fishing with my family, and I started the YouTube thing, which is I like that just as much as I like tournament fishing. And my kids with me and get them involved in it, and hopefully groom them, my son or daughter or both, for when they get a little older, that we can enter some of the contests and get into that again later on down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
My thing. Hey, Steve said, "Hey, Deer Slayer." So, yeah. Trying to think, there was another question. Oh, okay. So, vacations. This is like a sort of a personal, semi-personal. But you and your family, what do you guys like to do off of camera, like where you're not recording anything about what you're doing? Because you don't really record like your family events or anything like that. Like, what do you guys like to do behind the scenes, if you don't
mind? Behind the scenes, yeah. So, as hot as it is in Texas, obviously, I got to say that all the time because it is hot. It's really hot. We'll do something like a water park. Pretty much about once a year. As a matter of fact, we're going to a water park Sunday with Multi-Hunter's family. I play video games with my son. I just recently started doing that. I know it sounds funny, a 43-year-old man playing video games.
That ain't funny. I do the same thing.
It's time that I get to spend with him, and it's something that we can do together, But we do during spring break, we always, one of my deer leases that I have here, we go camp out there overnight. We bring the dog, we pitch a tent. My son brought his best friend. We do that at least once a year. And then we don't really do big vacations. We just hadn't, you know, we've been trying to get debt free and pay off our house and stuff. And then hopefully maybe here in a few years, maybe we can do something bigger. You know what I mean? We're super conservative in that way. You know what I mean?
And especially nowadays, you have to be.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, so, but, you know, so now my wife works with me. So we're all at home, but we normally eat meals with each other. We'll go and get ice cream and just little stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's like a family business, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my son was actually out there helping us the day before yesterday out there in the shop, and he wanted to make a little bit of money, and so, he came out there and helped a little bit, so we wanted to go out of state and do a little bit of some kind of a vacation this year, but with gas and stuff, we were like, I don't know if this is the year.
I know, man. It's tough for everybody. I know exactly what you're saying.
And it's not that we can't do it. We're like, ooh,
The weekend. Like I go up to my lake, up to the lake house.
Yeah. It's
120 miles away. So, you know what I mean? Tank of gas up, tank of gas back, pull tank, and I got to fill up twice sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you burn a couple $100.
Yeah, and it's every weekend we're doing it, you know what I mean? But we do rent it every once in a while to try to get some of that money back. But we don't want to rent it all the time because we want to use it too. So it's like, you have something and you want to use it, and you don't think about it, but it costs a lot of money to travel.
Yes, yeah. So I'm kind of one of them. I'm trying to save all that gas money for deer season.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a lake house like you did, or like you have access to, we would probably do that. Now my sister did invite us to go to their lake house, but my wife already had plans where I caught all the crappie. She already had plans for next weekend, so we weren't going to be able to do it. Or I would have went crappie fishing again, and bass fishing too,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Steve, my arm is it's fine right now, but Tuesday I'm getting my surgery. So Tuesday will be the day if I can do anything after that, I'm hoping I can be a little mobile anyway.
Nick was just saying if he can figure out how to get his content off his old CDs back to memory cards, he'll have a ton of content. I'm sure there's somebody that can help you on that. Somebody on here would probably know how to help. Possibly JJ Drones. There you go.
He just said that. Contact JJ, Jason from JJ Drones. He'll have all your content probably tomorrow. I mean, that's how.
Yeah.
He'll help you out.
He's got a lot of old content.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't posting, he was still recording a lot of all of that. So
City Sticker Chris said I moved next door to camp and that ruined that. No, that's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you for, answering and being on, just letting the chat know how Cody rolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. That's how I roll, man. I'm an easygoing guy.
I could tell when I first met you and we started talking everything. I knew you're a real cool guy and a family guy, and you like to do and you take your business seriously, and you're down. So I really wanted to get to know you, and I'm glad I got to get to know you on here, YouTube, and maybe in the future we'll stop and do something and to get my deer head this year.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool, man. And I sure wouldn't mind going to that freezer bound rendezvous. That's a long drive, man. But you never know.
Yep, I hear you.
You never know, man. It'd be nice to experience a little bit cooler weather for a moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, around here, our winters are super short, but our summers are super long. So any little bit I can get that cooler weather, man, I'm digging it. Because I should have been born up north. I can tell you that right now. As far as temperatures go, I'd rather it be 30 or 40 degrees outside than 90 any day.
You think, though, how would that hurt or help your business if you move further north? Would you get more business, or do you think you're in a good area where you're getting more than you need business?
I think I'm in a really good area.
Yeah.
So
would that be taken in consideration for moving, or would you move for cooler weather?
Yeah. It's probably, if I move for cooler weather, it's probably going to be after I retire.
Yeah, I got you.
I hate to say it. I'm so vested here, and I've got so much going on. That it would. I don't want to start over because I already built something.
I got. Yeah, you got. Ottercat said he's a cool guy in a hot Texas. That's you.
Yep.
Jones said, Cody, you're just a great and genuine guy. And you're going to go far in YouTube because you're genuine and likable. Anytime you want to come to UP of Michigan, let me know. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yep. Well, thank you, Jason. Yeah, and then hunting stuff with J&J, he found me from my sister, Gail.
Okay. Turn you on to Cody. Does he live by you? Is he in the area or?
Hunting stuff with J&J?
Is he in your area?
I don't know. No.
If I have a moderator here, could somebody please share Cody's Hogdeer79's channel for me, please?
What's going on, Johnny?
Hey, Johnny Small Pepper, how are you? I'm not saying nothing, Cody. I'm not saying nothing. And I made sure I said what I was going to say, and I thought of it too.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. Oh man, that's funny.
JJ's in New York City sticker, Chris said. Okay. I wonder, is he by like Chautauqua, New York, or is he up by New York, New York?
Oh, Johnny. See, Johnny's even laughing.
Yeah, Johnny's laughing. Yeah.
I don't know if he went back and watched it on the,
I did.
on the replay. Did you?
Honest with you. So you got a lot of watch time from me on that one.
Oh, man. I had to go back and watch myself.
You stopped watching that, and I'm in there laughing, and she's like, "What are you doing? Are you watching that video again?" And I just couldn't stop laughing. It made my night, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. I think it made a lot of people's night.
There he goes. JJ just shared your channel.
Cool. Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Cody and Hogdeer79. Please do so. You won't be disappointed. Guy is a great guy, family guy. He has his own business, does taxidermy. He shows you all the tips and tricks, what he does. It's a great channel, guys. Go check him out. Give him a hook set and keep following his.
Yeah. And it's this coming deer season, I tell you, it's gonna be on because I'm gonna be recording everything.
Yeah.
And once it gets cooler, I'll be back to hunting hogs again.
Yeah.
So right now, a lot of it's going to be taxidermy. You know, I'm sure a lot of people really been liking that. Honestly, that's what's carrying my channel. Really,
That's a great live that you do. That's nobody does that, and that's what first started out when I said that. I said, this is really awesome because not too many people do that. And then when you start sharing tips and tricks, remember I don't know if you remember when I asked you. I mean, this is when like the first day I met you. I said, did you get any slack from other taxidermists?
I remember you asking that,
saying like, hey, will you stop showing the public what we do because we don't want people doing this? Like, did you get any slack from anybody?
Not on that. The only thing I got any kind of kickback on was whenever I put down dry preserve to tan, and I had a guy that was coming into my lives watching me, but then as soon as I said something about that, I hadn't seen him.
Really?
I went back with I thought was a very good response, and I think I handled it really well. But I think he definitely got his feelings hurt, and that's okay because I mean it's my opinion and it's his opinion.
And you're not gonna keep everybody happy, and but when you're doing YouTube too, you're gonna have haters that are always commenting negative stuff, which that to me is just. You know what? You're still commenting on my channel, so you're still interacting, so you're still helping my channel. So I'm not going to comment back anything negative. You can say it all you want about me and give me my watch time and give me my retention and comment. Even though they're negative, you're still commenting on it, and you're still. So I don't go that way route and like return another negative comment. I just let it go. Now, as a person, and my wife will be the one to tell you this. I never was really like that until I got onto YouTube and started it. Because if Cody, you said something to me negative, I was coming right back at you.
Right.
And then I had kids and I started being a dad and I started like thinking of things and I can't say this and I can't do that.
Right.
It's helped me sort of mold myself to be, I want to say, a better person where it's like I let stuff slide off me than normal. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
On YouTube, you have to do that because the minute you go off on somebody, you're done.
Yeah.
So you have to accept it and answer it in intelligent and professional way is what I think about it. You know, you either dismiss you. There's three. My thing is there's three ways of handling it. You either ignore it, you dismiss it, like you get rid of it, or you just there's nothing you can do about it. So handle it. You know, so you either handle it, you dismiss it, or you just let it go. You let it roll off you.
Yes, yeah.
If you do something negative back, it's just going to hurt you in the long run.
It's going to hurt you. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Yeah, man. I really, really appreciate you coming up here and doing this.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. No, and I've met a lot of good people, man. It's been really cool, you know. I mean, Big Tiny's been really good to me, sent me stuff. Heck, he said he'd help pay some of my gas if I go next year.
Yeah, that's all. Rebecca, the orange in here. What's up, Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, she donated a awesome big blanket that you know, and I mean, she does amazing work. I mean, there's been some really cool people. I mean, I've talked to Rebecca on the phone a couple times, you know. You know, I mean, Danimal's been really cool. Steve, man, there's so many good people in here, you know.
Here, you know, a lot of people. The thing is it's outdoors. So like the hunting and fishing to everybody, the camping, the survival, everybody's doing stuff outdoors, and our YouTube community brings us all together. We all can relate to something. So that's why I think the community's so great. Yeah. And you can tell whenever there's somebody in the community that doesn't get along, they usually don't stick around too long. They usually out of it. But everybody that's here tonight and everybody that's been in here, and you know the people, and we all know the people, and they're in here, and that we're just a supportive community. And just about everybody in the chat and in our community, if anybody needed a hand with something, there would be people stepping up and helping.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. I've met some great people on YouTube, you know, that I never would have met if I didn't do YouTube. Like, you know, City Sticker Chris, Missouri Randy, yourself, you know, Steve, Earl, Modog, you know, Sunfish, everybody, Ottercat, all those guys, you know, like you would have never have known them. Danimals, you know, we would have never known each other if it was.
Right.
So I really take the YouTube thing seriously. I try to be as professional as I can. I try to be nice as I can to people, you know, and I want to help people out, and that's just my nature to do that. So, and it's worked for all of us, and I think we just got to stick together and help each other out, and we'll all grow. You know, we'll all grow as a community, and it'll only get better from here on out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, so. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm done. If anybody in the chat, if you want to stay up, that's cool. Ask Novi if he's still in here. If he wants to come up and just chat with us, if you need to go, you can go. If you want to.
I'm going to go down. I actually didn't get to end up eating dinner because I had a phone call during your premiere, and I had to take the phone call, and I didn't even get to eat.
I called you before my premiere, so you didn't get to eat at all. So I apologize for that, buddy.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's all right. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll go down and eat, and I'll drop down in the chat so I can.
The winner of your giveaway was that Alvin Lewis again.
Alvin Lewis, yeah.
And so I have his stuff, so I'll make his baits and I'll send them out to him next week. And if he's in here, if he can hear that, I'll send him out. I'm getting all my stuff sent out next week. I got to do Ottercat. I think he's still in here. I got to make bang shad baits. He's getting 4 packs or something. What the heck's he getting? He's getting all kinds of stuff. So I got to make him all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I got to make him bags of 10, I believe.
Oh wow.
10 of each. The bang bang shad. So I got to make them. I got to do these boxes right here, Cody. I'm doing these boxes right here. These off the hook boxes. They're Plano boxes, and I fill them with all my baits.
Baits, yep.
Charge them like this, like $25 for the whole bait package, which I think
that's a good deal. That's a good deal to have it in there too.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that for people. So you know, everybody.
And then plus shipping on top of that.
What's that? That includes
shipping and everything.
Everything.
That's a steal.
Yeah, so that's what
That's a really good deal.
Yeah. Could if I could figure out, hold on, this is Novi. If I could figure out how to jump in there with you, Ted, I would. Novi ain't short for novice for nothing. What happens, Novi, is I share the link in the chat. Okay, the StreamYard link. You click on the link, and then you can come up. Now I don't know if you have StreamYard, and I don't know if you have to have StreamYard to come up here. Do you have to have?
I don't think you do. I don't think you have to have it.
So Novi, what I'll do is I'll share it. Now, do you want to? I can let you go, Cody. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go down. Yeah.
And I'll share the link whenever you leave. But thank you again, Cody.
Yeah,
I really
you bet.
in the chat. If you haven't picked Cody up, Hogdeer79, please pick him up and show him your support. Let him know that Ted sent you over there. But go watch his stuff. You won't be disappointed. Great guy, great channel. So give him support. And thank you, Cody, for coming up tonight.
You bet, man. You bet. Thanks for having me, man. See all y'all later. I'll be down in the chat while I'm eating. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Yeah, that was awesome with Cody doing that. If anybody wants to do that on my panel, wants to come up, you don't have to have it, but you do have to allow it to access your phone or computer. All right, I'm going to share the link. Novi, I'm going to share the link right now. I'll put it on here. I will share the link for Novi to come up if he wants to. Let me paste this on here. Novi, if you want to, it's coming up right now. You can click that link. Hey, what's up, 217 Rebel? Thank you for coming in. I need one of your stickers, buddy. If you're available, I'd like to swap stickers out with you. If Danny Days is in here, I wanted to get her sticker too, her channel sticker, to put it on my shout out board. If anybody in here has a decal, a channel decal, please send it to me and I can swap it out with one of my decals. I can give you this right here. I got these off the hook decals here. I also have these off the hook decals, these 8x10s, these big logos that I have. I have them on my boat in my truck. If anybody's interested in them, they're like $12 if anybody wants them. But if anybody would like to do that with me, swap out decals, that'd be awesome. You'll be put on my decal board right here and get shout outs on every live that I do. Yeah, that's so anybody wants to come up. I got Novi. If you come up, you just got to get on, hit that link, allow it to your phone, and then there you go. Let's see. He might be up here. So let's see. There he is. To your phone. That was that simple. Let's see. He might be up there. So let's see. Now on screen, Novi, you have. Let's see. He might be up there. So let's see. You'll have to lower the volume on your. Let's see. He might be up there. So let's see. You'll have to lower the volume on your. You'll have to lower the volume on your YouTube because it'll echo on my stream. It'll echo on the stream, Novi, just so you know.
How's that?
Yeah, you're good now.
Sweet.
Yep, you're good. Everybody can hear you. I can hear you. So what's up, brother? Thank you for coming up. I wanted to bring you up here because you're doing your thing now, and I wanted to get you out there. So everybody in the chat, if you haven't picked up Novi Outdoors, please, JJ, if you could, please share Novi's his link to his channel, and please, guys, pick him up. Won't be disappointed. What's up, John from Small Water Charters? So tell me a little bit about yourself. Why you got into YouTube, what you do, and what you fish, you hunt, you ski. What all you do?
Okay, sweet. Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on here. It seems like I got a little lag, so that's kind of messing with me a little bit.
That's normal. Don't worry about it. It happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure I get anybody out here in the comment section, what have you. But so I got into fishing really. I mean, I'd done a little bit of fishing and hunting growing up, but I got really into it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Wasn't a whole lot to do around where we were at, so I figured I'd get outdoors. I did a lot of that in the military, and just wanted to kind of carry it on now. I'm actually kind of learning my way a little bit because when I first started, there wasn't too much that I found out there that you could start off with without having some basis of knowledge to get you going. So I thought I would start making videos. I like to teach, so I thought I'd start making some videos where I break it down what I say in the nits and griddles. So it's really just covering bare bones basics for the guys that, haven't really done it all their life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about everything from line to terminal tackle, all the terms that, outdoorsmen know and love and are, very familiar with. There's new people out there that aren't familiar with those terms and those topics. So it's kind of hard to figure out where you want to go with something without knowing that terminology. So I try and break it all down
Yeah.
into bite-sized nuggets that
Yeah.
people
No.
are able to absorb a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've watched
But
some. Take it
I'm
down.
having fun with it. I'm learning a whole lot out there on Fish Brain. I like to post as much as I can out there
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
there's guys out there that need to see it. And in this community, when I started really getting into it, I was joining groups on Facebook. I was joining groups here and there, and people would ask questions, or for fish identifications was a big one.
Yeah.
And they would just get slayed up, and it was so sad to hear
Yeah.
and see, really. And it's like, how's somebody going to learn if they're just getting made fun of all the time? So
That happens a lot on social media.
yeah, I mean, and my main objective is to kind of break down those barriers and have a place where people can talk and ask questions and feel free to be a novice.
Yeah.
That's what novice stands for, is novice.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of different plans, not just with fishing. Last season I was getting into duck hunting with one of my buddies who's a big time duck hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's just a good time to be outside. I
Yeah.
enjoy sitting out under the stars. I mean, I'm more comfortable outside than being inside. I mean, I sit behind a desk all day long, but
Yeah.
uh,
Cool.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I think your head. Yeah. Yeah. You got the right idea. You know what I mean? I make fun of his head. It makes me smile. But you got the right idea with like trying to teach people things, or people that don't know. That's like the whole idea of a channel, is to give somebody something that you have that they don't have. And I wanted to say thank you for serving, by the way. Also, I appreciate
Yes, sir.
it. And but you trying to whatever you know and sharing that with other people, that's a good thing. So you're already on the right track there with your channel and everything. If you can teach one person something, you're doing something. That's how I look at it. If one person gets something off of our channels, then we're doing something right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. No, where are you from though, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure. So I was kind of born and raised in Central Florida. Now I'm down here in South Florida.
Okay, so all water. You're down there with them Southerners.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're in the deep South, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina. That's the South, but we're in the deep South down here. But there's just so much to do down here, and just so many different exotic fish to catch, whether you're freshwater or saltwater.
Yeah.
I mean, we're within 10 minutes from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of my freshwater fishing because I'm always on foot, and I feel like you take more in when you're out, I guess, pond hopping, if you will. But I'll literally scout out different bodies of water around me and just go toss a line in, And the best way to learn, I mean, you guys already know, is by doing it.
Yeah.
And I've just been putting in that time with boots on the ground kind of thing. And man, I've learned a whole lot in the past year or two. And just sharing that with other people is really important to me.
Yeah.
Because it's tough when you're just getting started. I mean, one of the main questions is like, what do I use to go fishing with? And that's a loaded question. And I didn't realize it until I was getting into it. I mean, you're talking freshwater and saltwater and the differences. And there's a book I'm reading. I read a lot of books on the topics that says, it's kind of an analogy. Buddy has his friend over. He says, do you really need all these rods and reels and this, that, or the other? And the guy returns with a question. Do you play golf with one club?
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty profound because, in all honesty, there's a setup for everything and every situation. every weather condition you can think of, and that's part of learning is being able to identify those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So,
hear.
and you were talking about, when you were doing tournament fishing when Cody was up,
Yeah.
that you would scout out the weather. You'd
Mhm.
scout out, what the water was like, different parts for you to hit, which are important on the map. If you're looking at terrain features, I mean, this is more advanced stuff.
Mhm.
But to the weekender that's just getting out there and trying to fish,
Mhm.
the time of day is really going to dictate how
Yeah.
successful you are. And it's little things that I'm trying to break up into little bite-sized knowledge snacks, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
that hopefully are going to help somebody some way.
So,
You know?
yes. Asking if you live by, where you live. He's out of Okeechobee. He's down by Okeechobee, small water
Oh
charge.
yeah.
John from Small Water Chargers, and then he
Oh,
used Bruiser Baits. That's who sponsors him. So he's out of Okeechobee. He fishes like headwaters and things like that. So I don't know if you're familiar with that. But John is from Florida also.
awesome.
Small Water Charters, and then you have Coastal Fever. You have Parabellum. They're all from down there.
Yeah, you're talking about Doc and Coastal Fever and
Yes.
Billy and SoFlo Outdoors.
Yeah. SoFlo, Coastal. Yeah, they're all from down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good buddies.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
good stuff.
John. Yeah, but John, I held back. Haha. Okay. You got hook set 217 hook set you, JJ Drone.
Right.
And you know what the hook set is. That's on the, you don't say the S word on the on our lives that we do because YouTube supposedly frowns on that. So we say
Really?
hook set people instead of subbing them, basically.
Hey, I like that term much better anyways, man.
Yeah, so we hook set people. So you got a couple hook sets already from people being in there.
Hey, you guys are awesome, man. I really appreciate that. And like I was just saying, it was like this whole live streaming thing. I ain't done this yet before, so that's a little different with the lag and whatnot. I want to keep my eyes too on the chat there, but
and you'll need your watch hours and stuff, and you can get that from live streaming quicker than you can with the videos, just because you get that credit. So if you get into the live streaming and come up with your own little niche for you in live streaming, which I already can tell would be good at it because you want to teach people things. So when you can do. Sure. You can do how-tos on your lives, and there you go. People can tune in to see how to fish a drop shot or fish a top water or do this or do that or what line or what baits and what reels. There's so much out there that you can go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. And I mean, I really like what you're doing with your live streams, how you're throwing up different topics. And I like another Modog. I'll mention him because I've started tuning into his every week. And the consistency there is key because he's always on Wednesday evenings. Yeah. And I can always throw it up whether I'm, hanging out with the kids or, trying to do some stuff around the house. I'll throw him up and I'll listen to what he's got going on. He's a great time, great guy. And, a lot of the other people that I've met on this YouTube journey, also great people. And, it's a community that is really give and take in a sense that everybody's given a lot more, than I suppose. But
that's the
it's great to be here.
The man, but they're all jagging me because I'm hot. Yeah, I don't have AC in my bait lab. See what I do when I make bait? Put it out for you guys. I'm really actually working in here in this bait lab. But yeah, I don't have AC in there. I have a little fan, but you'd be hearing the fan with my microphone here. It wouldn't sound good. You just hear the fan running, so that's why I'm using a rag and I'm wiping my face. I'm sweating for you guys. But
there you go.
With Small Water, John from Small Water Charter said he goes live with Coastal Fever every Friday at 8:00.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do every Thursday around 7:30 or 8:00. And everybody has their like times and days, but you're never. Yeah. You're always. What we call it is like stepping on toes. Like there'll be times when I'm on a premiere video and I'll call John and say, hey, you doing your live tonight at 8:00. So I'll either go after it or before it. You can't do that all the time though with people. Like when you're live, if you're scheduled live, you got to pick a live. And like you said, consistency, try to stay with that. Unfortunately, I work 3 to 11:30 during the winter hours at schools. And then I work 7 to 3:30. So right now I'm on that daylight shift where I'm doing it on Thursday evenings at 7:30 or 8:00. Well, When I switch back to 3 to 11, then I'll probably have to do my lives at 10 or 11 in the morning till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So it switches up for me a little bit, but I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? But if you pick something, you have a niche at something, stay with it. And like you said, be consistent. And JJ Drone says that you have 5 more hook sets till you reach for 300.
Ooh, that's a good number. Y'all ever seen that movie?
GNRF. Trey said, what's up? Thanks, Trey, for coming in from Gripping and Ripping Fishing. What's up, buddy? Thank you for showing your support. Window shaker. Get a small window unit. Yeah, no, I don't have my window here is my fan. See that little window? I'm not putting a little window unit. It's not
White Shoulder saying you're in a sauna, man.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's good to have that performance gear, though. I got to tell you.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
That's what I'm testing it out tonight, seeing how it works.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I like those shirts you got on there. I've been looking into kind of getting some of those myself, especially for the kids. I saw you had some for the kids.
Yeah, the kids all got them. I got them. I got this. Yeah, I like the performance stuff because you're fishing in them all day, and you don't want. I don't fish in shirts. I sweat in t-shirts and things like that. So, Back
down here, it's a sauna every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, so is there anything? What was your latest video? Did you put a video out recently?
My latest video was fishing off an expressway. There's so many doggone expressways down here that have these retention ponds that have got all kinds. They're loaded with fish, and you rarely ever see anybody out there. So, I mean, I'm always kind of just testing the waters everywhere down here because there's literally water everywhere down here. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying everything out. And you'd be surprised with the kind of fish that you see in some of these little retention ponds. And it's a good time. But I got one I'm working on. It's like a tackle box for beginners. Mm-hmm. I had a neighbor that's just getting into fishing, and he had his birthday come up, so I put together a little beginner's bass fishing tackle box, including my favorite stick baits, some long tail worms, like some 10-inch worms, and some lizards, because lizards down here in Florida are great to have in the tackle box. Some EWG hooks, circle hooks, and a couple bullet weights, but yeah.
I'm
I-95 with a rod and tackle box. That's me. I mean, you got to watch out. But I'm quick, though. I'm quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool. John's messing with me. He's saying, turn off the disco lights. It'll get cooler in there. Sound like he's DJI mic link in my website. Yeah, JJ Drone sells the DJI mics. They're good ones for live streaming and for your videos and things like that. He just got a link up for that. He's like the ambulance. I like the ambiance, Sean. Yeah, you're learning. I hooks at you, Novia. Check you out, man. Trey from Gripping and Ripping just hooks at you.
Right on. I appreciate that, guys.
So, yeah, I mean, I think you're doing great. I think your intentions are going in the right direction for it. I think you'll be successful as long as you stay at it. And, support the community, too. If I have any advice to you, it's stop into people's live streams like you're doing, comment on things, show your support to other channels, and it comes back to you when you do that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this whole YouTube thing, I understand how the likes and the comments and everything helps everybody. And that's what it's really all about, is kind of helping one another along these journeys. Because, I tell you, I'm in marketing and advertising, and video is taking over the digital space, and just getting into that shows a promising future.
Yep, definitely.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
It's awesome. I love getting out there and listening to people like John give you a hard time on your lives and things like that. It's always fun. But John's a good guy. Like everybody in here, Novi, like you see their names and stuff like that. Go check their channels out, show your support to them, and it comes back to you tenfold. You know what I mean? But you got to be like, it's an honor. You support them. go in, look at their videos, comment on their videos, and you know how it works. You're in the end, you know how it works. So that's what we're all about, is supporting each other. Getting on the live streams, and putting out your content. I mean, and good, honest content goes a long way. So showing people how to do things helps out a lot. So people can come to your channel if they want to learn. Like the new people, coming to your channel wanting to know, hey, I'm going to fish for bass. I never fished for bass before. What kind of rod setup would you recommend? Stuff like that, doing videos on stuff like that. And if you can get that out there and be consistent with it, you're going to do well,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I don't plan on stopping there. Like I said, I'm getting more into hunting. So I want to do topics of that nature as well. I mean, there's going to be novice anywhere and everywhere you go until, I can't even tell you. I mean, forever. There's always going to be somebody learning something new, just getting started. Missouri Hollow. I doubt you're boring, brother. I've seen some of your videos, and I'll go back and pick up on it. But I mean, there's going to be new people starting every day, and those are the ones I really want to focus on, because there's not too much love for them out there right now. I mean, there's a couple good ones out there. I like. There's one that I follow, Bass Geek. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I mean, he's great with some of his instructional stuff.
Yep.
And those are some of the guys, I like to draw some of the inspiration from. But like I said, just breaking it down, real simple terms, because some of that stuff will go right over your head if you really aren't into it or just getting started. Just talking about retrieving. When you make a cast, how do you retrieve a bait? Mm-hmm. And it's different for every bait. And there's just so many topics that you can dive into, which I plan on doing. I'm just having fun with it along the way and learning things myself,
Yep. No, that's a awesome thing to do, and then have many different options. And do as many things as you can. I believe I like that, because then you always have content. You could always put out the content. With the bass fishing industry and things like that, if you're just doing bass fishing, it's tough to get put out there. You know what I mean? Like fishing, the thing is, fishing, you can fish for a lot of different species, so that's a good thing. But I wouldn't recommend just doing one thing. I would try to fish for trout, bass, carp, whatever you can do. And that gives you a little bit of diversity in your channel, where you may pick up somebody who's a cat fisherman and they're not bass fishermen. So they don't want to watch you for bass, but they want to watch you for catfishing, or they want to watch you because you're showing them how to fish for catfish, or you're doing, there's something, you want to catch something in every aspect of the fishing world, in my eyes anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. And small water charters, I definitely want to get together with you. I mean, collaborating with others is awesome. I mean, I can't express that enough. Just getting together with Billy a couple times. I mean, he's a great dude. I enjoy hanging out with him. And, I plan on, there's a lot of fish in this world, and I want to catch every single one of them. So, like, going back to, there's a different rod and reel setup for every fish. I mean, that's endless content right there. I mean, how much can I talk about going after halibut, right? Last night we were watching on Modog's channel. It's just endless. It really is. I enjoy catching everything around me. There's a lot of peacock bass and snakeheads that people come down to South Florida to specifically catch. And, it's just content like that people like to see. And a lot of the Catch Clean cooks, I got to tell you, they got a lot of traction.
Oh, yeah.
I got to start eating pretty much anything and everything I'm going to catch.
Yeah, and my daughter do the catch and cook, so she loves to cook. And speaking of my daughter, Randy asked where Carly was. Carly is still up at the lake. She never came home. My family's still up there. I came home myself on Tuesday morning and went right to work, and I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and tomorrow I'm working. And then I'm heading back up, and I'll be doing some lives this weekend up on the lake. And I'll be cutting some videos again this weekend, because I'm getting surgery on Tuesday. So I want to get as much content out there this weekend as I can. I have some stuff lined up for my surgery for content, for lives and things that I'm going to do later. But I want to get all the fishing in that I can right now. So this weekend will be another packed weekend of lives and videos. So stay tuned for that also. But Carly is still up there with my family.
And the kids love fishing too. So I mean, you really can't beat that. I mean, I've got my 8-year-old who's pretty much, she's tying on her own hooks and her bait and everything. So it's kind of set it and forget it with her.
Yep.
But I got a 3-year-old he's almost there. He ain't tying his own hooks on yet, but he's making me work with those bird's nests that he pulls in it every now and then. But hey, that's all part of the game, and it's opportunities that we get to take with one another to kind of stop, take a look at what we're doing, and see why we did what we did and why things happened. And it's just learning for everybody,
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat as you. I have a 13-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son, and they're getting to that age now where I still tie on my son's hooks and stuff because I don't want him to lose fish, so I tie a Palomar knot, which you don't know how to do yet. But my daughter's basically grab and go, and she's out there fishing and doing what she wants. And as you see from people in the channel, she runs my channel. She's the CEO of my channel. Whatever my daughter says goes. I just follow what she says, and when we're out there, she goes, "You're 3 hook sets away from 300 now," they said.
All right.
That's awesome. Yep. So so like my kids, they love doing it, and that's one of the reasons why I did start doing it YouTube. I was hurt. I got surgery on my ankle a couple years ago, and YouTube videos because I was fishing. I couldn't fish and hunt, so I was watching on TV, and I'm like, man, I can do this too. You know what I mean? I do this every day anyway. So I said, I'm just going to start recording it and putting it on YouTube and see how it works. And ever since then, I loved it, and we're good to go. And the kids love to do it. Now they don't like to do it all the time. I mean, I don't want to drag my daughter out on a boat when she wants to be sleeping over a friend's house. And or she was wanting to go out with me, but now she's at that age where she wants to go with her friends and go to the movies or sleepovers. So she's not with me all the time. But when she is with me, it makes it that much more special because I know I don't get that time all the time with them anymore. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you got to know and you got to believe that it leaves a mark, an impression on them that, whenever they see anything fishing, they're going to remember Dad, and that's something that I value with my kids is, they see a Bass Pro Shops and they think about a time that they caught a fish when we were together. And I mean, there's nothing better than that. But the old saying, like, if you love something, let it go.
Yeah.
And if it loves you, it'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Totally believe in that. And, your daughter's going to love fishing because of you, and that's her way to connect with you. And, I mean, that you can't beat that with a stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really can.
Yep, I agree 100%. Let's see. 298 now. Danimals just picked you up.
My man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Randy, you're right. If my daughter was here, we'd be having a giveaway right now. Definitely. Good stuff with 3 a.m. All right, City Sticker. All right, Chris, thank you for coming in, bud. I appreciate you. Nice talk with Cody with the hunting and everything. Really appreciate that. Cody and I have to load the truck and bait her hooks and unload. Okay. Trap in Central Florida. We rattle traps in Central Florida.
Rattle trap is?
Yeah,
rattle trap.
He's in Central Florida. So then your daughter become a bartender at the casino, makes a killing, and tells the pro fisherman about your YouTube channel. Yeah, you're right, John. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that though, buddy. Don't go there yet. She's only 13. That's like my worst nightmare.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that stuff. But John, $2.99, Danimal said, so somebody else picked you up.
You, buddy.
100, man. Let's get them.
Yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys hook setting. I'm totally returning that favor, so you can guarantee that that's happening.
That's awesome.
Appreciate you, Rap Trap. We're about Central Florida. I was on the East Coast, man.
While you guys are talking, I want to get some stuff together here, Novi. So don't mind me. I'm trying to make some baits.
I'm trying to get some of those baits at some point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just let me know. I'm ready
big time stick bait guy, and whatever lavender flavor you were throwing together earlier, it looks real tasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff that I can do. So whenever you want to talk about colors and stuff, we can just hit me up on an email or something, and we'll talk about what you want. And I have a Facebook page, Off the Hook Outdoors. You can go on there and look at the pricing I have. So if you ever want to do that,
For sure, that's definitely gonna happen.
yeah, Missouri,
Tampa and Orlando. Okay, so like around Lakeland area, maybe.
No. I'm gonna make some baits for Otter Cat right now. He wants pearl.
Okay, Winter Haven.
Pearl and silver. So I gotta make him some pearl and silver bang bang shad. Made her ID them all. Fish winter haven't changed, etc. So that's what I'm doing, just making baits. Usually I make baits on my lives, but when I had Cody, we start talking about everything, and you're up here, so I didn't want to do that. But you don't mind me, I'm going to be making baits while we're talking, or you can adjust the chat and everything. I'm trying to get you out there a little bit so people get to know you, and you get add you into our community, man. Welcome you into our community. Actually.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and if anybody that's new in here is first time on live stream, so don't mind my funny looking faces because I'm trying to catch up with the video there.
Yeah.
But
so John's always fishing too. Novi. If you don't mind me asking you your name, do you want to be called Novi, or do you want to be like? You have what's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
I go AD Ross. It's Aaron. But yeah, I mean Navi's cool. I mean in the military I was always Ross, so
all right, I'll just say Navi then.
Yeah, Navi's cool.
Cool. You're at 300 right now.
Oh man, I feel like King Leonidas out here.
There you go. That's
You know
awesome.
what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, welcome to the community, and everybody in here welcomes you into the community. So that's awesome.
Hey, I thank every single one of you guys out here that are, here hanging out with us, commenting. I appreciate you sharing some of the details, whereabouts you're at. The animals had friends in Ocala, Winter Haven, Lake Mary, Lakeland, and all over. Yeah, I was towards the East Coast. You guys know where the space shuttle goes off? That's kind of where I was at, which is pretty popular for the Mosquito Lagoon and Red Drum. A little further south, there's Sebastian, which is popular for the snook, and but unfortunately, I never really got too into it until I came down to South Florida, which ain't a bad place to be when you're getting into fishing or hunting. But,
yeah, John on there. 3019 Hogdeer just hook set you.
All right.
Cool. Amber Duvall's in here. That's my sister. Thanks.
What's up, Amber? Man, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's a good community.
So, I mean, if I could ask the group here, how did y'all get your start? If you could throw it in the comments, how did you get your start, and what age were you at? Was it something that your family always did? You had a parent that got you into it? Was it passed down? My parents were both in law enforcement, and they were very dedicated to their careers. And I didn't do too much outdoors. I mean, I was always into extreme sports. I raced a lot of motocross when I was younger, skateboarding, biking, BMX, you name it. But so I didn't do too much hunting or fishing. But I'm here to make up time, and to pass it on to my kids, because there's nothing more important than survival skills in my mind that I could pass along to my kids, teaching them how to survive, and
that's all.
How to grow in that regard as well. Live off the land, really.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm doing white pearl and silver flake for Otter Cat.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I never really throw white too much unless it's a fluke. The peacock bass down here love white flukes.
Okay. So Florida, white is the color, huh?
White is definitely the color for the peacock bass. They just love going after those, and maybe small waters can probably confirm that if he's catching peacocks. 20 years retired Navy. Thank you for your service, sir. Hoo-yah.
John uses white a lot.
What's that?
John uses white a lot, the color white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, white's nice. I'd like to get in more. I'm more of a black guy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I totally understand the white, and how that is worked in, with regards to water clarity specifically, or early or late.
Yeah, he catches a lot of videos, Novi. If you want to go check, if you haven't seen Small Water Trout, they're a chartered business also, and they take people on there. And he's a great editor in his videos, and he makes some really good ones. And they catch him and his wife Lindia are out there all the time. She catches a lot of bass too. Probably more bass than John, but John enjoys filming and editing in that. So you want to go check them out, definitely.
Absolutely, I'm checking everybody out.
Yep.
Here. That's a fact. You said JJ likes the bass fish with the white?
No, John from Small Water Charters. They're like white. They love white.
Okay, I get confused with the names and the channel names, but
GNR Ray said that your Instagram pics are funny.
Oh, you like those? Hey, I got a knobby face, and what it is my expression of what it's like to catch your first fish every time. That's kind of what I buy with that. But if you see me on Fish Brain, I'm doing it in every single picture pretty much. It's kind of different, you know what I mean? Everybody almost goes too serious on how they take their fish pictures, but hey, to each his own. Here we go.
This is the white pearl with the silver flake.
Oh, that's nice.
What's that?
So what are you making, the stick baits with those?
I'm making the Bang Bang Shad, my paddle tails.
Okay.
This is for Ottercat. Ottercat put an order in, so I'm making his baits now.
Awesome. Now, how long have you been making the baits yourself there?
A little over a year now. To play around on YouTube here. I've been doing it for about a year and selling them on YouTube. But I've made my own baits for probably about 2.5 years. But when I started doing it like on these lives and stuff for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Johnny Small Pepper, thank you for coming in.
Did they talk me out of law enforcement? No. I kind of did my thing in the military, always felt the need and desire to serve. And then that was kind of it, but I'd have no problem going into law enforcement. However, I kind of learned a lot about it growing up, and it's a dangerous gig. I got nothing but respect for the men and women in blue. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's rough times right now to do that, be in law enforcement and everything. It's crazy.
Oh man, tell me about it. I mean,
imagine
going to do a job that you can't do.
Yep, I hear you.
But yeah, I've got plenty of thoughts on that. But hey,
yeah,
talking about the baits, you know what I mean?
I hear you. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, let's see here.
Is your shirt the green color of the sweatshirt? Yes, the sweatshirt, the lime green amber. This is the color of your sweatshirt that you bought. I just got my order in yesterday for all the apparel that I got, and I got to take it up to my lake house because my family's up there this week. So I got to take all their gear up with me this weekend. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, I want to chat with you about that.
Yeah, man.
Offline kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm totally into it. Your stuff looks great.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So here's the paddle tails right here. The pearl. That's the pearl and silver flake.
Oh, see, that's nice. Peacock would eat that up.
Yeah. And I don't know what Ottercat's fishing for with them, but he wanted 2 packs of each. So I'm giving him 2 packs of each, and he can do what he wants with them.
That's great to throw on a buzz bait, yeah?
Yeah, you can put that as a trailer. I also have the off the hook grubs that are great trailers. If you want a good trailer, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll definitely.
For sure. Well, I got to get much more into jig fishing, some spinnerbait fishing. Do you run trailers with a spinnerbait? That's
Yes.
just a question.
I'd run a trailer hook with a trailer bait, yes.
Okay. See, now you're doing things over here.
Yeah.
You run trailer hooks and whatnot.
Baits, and I've caught so many fish off of that trailer hook.
Yeah.
Missed
I believe it.
Trailer hook on that, and respect that, brother. Thank you for your military service. Ted, I'm not hiding it anymore. I changed my logo to reflect it. All right, Trey. Well, that's cool, buddy. He's in love. Trey is he's a boy in blue, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I kind of figured you were going there, Trey, but I didn't want to say nothing until you said it.
Actually, I've got some pictures here.
Cool. I'm glad you like them.
Pops. And my mom.
That's awesome. Yep.
Rest in peace.
Oh.
She was actually KIA in 04.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
But, yeah, like I said, nothing but respect.
Yep.
For that thin blue line.
Ottercat said that those swim baits will work good with VMC swim bait heads. So I guess that's what he's going to use them for.
Oh, there you go. See, you know what? You know what I like probably most about fishing is the creativity of anglers. I've got a buddy out in Oregon from Fish Brain. You might know him. Ted, is Steelhead Fred.
Yeah, I know Steelhead Fred. Yes.
This guy is throwing something different
all the time,
every day.
Yeah.
And the types of combinations he puts together, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Scientist.
He's catching fish with what did he have the other day? He had like a swim bait with a blade on it, and it's all kinds of craziness. He's a great dude.
I actually have that bladed bait with a swim bait on it. It's almost like a spoon in the front of it, and the swim bait's on the back of it. They work really good, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, just learning the mechanics of how these baits work, when to use them, and why. You know.
Yep.
It's all that's what it's all about, and it's tough when you're just getting started, for sure.
Yeah, it is tough because you don't know where to start, but there is so many options out there that you can do, and it's like it depends what kind of a style of fisherman you are. Are you a finesse guy? Are you a run and gun? Are you like to cover water? Do you like to fish slow? Do you like to fish fast? Do you like soft plastic? Do you like hard baits? Do you like Texas rig? Do you like Carolina rig? I mean, there's million Ned rigs. There's drop shots. There's wacky style. There's all that stuff. Like, what do you prefer? What's your favorite way to fish? And I would start there, and then from there, I would broaden your horizons by choosing other techniques as you go. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
And everything you mentioned. If you mentioned a spinnerbait to somebody that's never fished before, they might think you're talking about washing machines. You know what I mean? But and that's the thing. Like you just don't know. You just don't know. So the first thing I recommend to anybody is identifying what kind of fish are in your area, because you really can't set anything up unless you know what kind of fish are in those waters.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the first thing you got to know. And Fish Brain is great for that.
Yeah.
Because you can see the different species of fish that are in your vicinity. And I can't tell you how much Fish Brain has helped me out just trying to pick out new spots to fish. You can see the baits that people are throwing, what they're successful with, and you can try it yourself. So, I mean, that's just a great resource out there for new people as well. And novice. Oh, no, that's right. GNRF. I get so excited. Well, any fish I catch, but especially today I was throwing a lizard. Excuse me. See, I never caught anything on a lizard, but just kind of throw myself under the bus. I didn't throw it too much either.
Mhm.
But the sun was high in the sky. I had a watermelon lizard, and I had my Texas rig rigged on already because the wind was about 10 to 15 knots with gusts up into 15. So I knew I had to use something to get it down. So down here in Florida, there's lizards everywhere. So why not match the hatch, if you will?
Yeah.
I didn't want to throw that out there, but hey, it's the truth. You know what I mean?
Important. I believe that. Now, one of my buddies, I'm a stick bait guy. Like I make the pig sticks and like Senko style baits. And my other, he loves the lizards. He throws a lizard all the time. And he tries to do a lot of, try to get us to do that. I make my own bucktail jigs and bass.
Okay.
Got into molding baits. I will let Off the Hook do it. Thanks, Otter Cat. Yeah, man, if you're making jig heads and bucktails and you want trailers or something, you let me know and we can do that for you. I caught a 3.7 pound, 18-inch largemouth bass on chicken. That was a new one for me. Yeah.
Okay. Now, was it the drum or was it the breast? Because that makes a difference, I imagine.
Now, when I was down in Florida this past year, I went to Disney and I fished. I was staying at the Disney campground. And there's a canal there that people were fishing on, and they were catching bass with hot dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll do.
And I got one bass on a hot dog, and I'm throwing every lure out there. Throwing every lure out there like I'm Bill Dance or Jimmy Houston, and they come down with a hot dog and catch an 8-pound bass. I was like, go figure.
Oh, man. That'll really grind your gears, I imagine.
Yeah, it was like, what the heck am I doing? And believe me, I for hot dogs the next day.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they threw them all in the canal.
Yeah. So I fished my stick baits and some jigs and stuff like that. We caught some fish, but nothing like that. But yeah, 8-pounder on a hot dog, piece of a hot dog.
That's craziness. And what kind of hook did he have it on?
I'm thinking he had a number 4 snelled eagle claw hook. It was just a plain. It was like he was catfishing. He threw it, put a hot dog with he had a slip sinker with a split shot, and he threw it out in the middle of the canal, and he got a hit, and he set it, and a bass come out of the water. It was enormous, and he brought it in, and it was it was like an 8.2 bass, and I thought it was amazing because I don't see that big of bass around PA. You get 5s, 6s, and then you're doing something, but you see an 8-pound bass come out of the water, you're like, oh, you're like, and it was like nothing to him.
Yeah, you could put your whole head in an 8-pound bass.
Yeah. And John and them do that all the time. That's why I can't wait to fish with John and Lindy this year, because they're pulling in 6, 7, 8-pounders pretty regularly.
Yeah, I think my biggest was 6.5. Couldn't believe it, but they get big down here. They get big quick because it's pretty much year round.
Yeah, they're going all year. Up here, they stunt their growth in the winter. Yeah,
but they live longer up there with that cold water.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, down here, I want to say they spawn at least twice a year. But, every time everybody's talking about pre-spawn in March, they've already spawned and into post-spawn, and it's just kind of different,
Yeah, I always wanted to know that, like what time of year they spawn in Florida. You know what I mean?
It's right after New Year's.
Yeah.
Getting ready. Oh, yeah. And then it dies down, and then later on, towards the fall, the end of summer, it's like it's happening again. You know what I mean? So just kind of adapting to those kind of conditions, because every fish is different. Right now, peacock bass are bedding and spawning, mostly around May to July, late April, May to July. Peacock bass are getting after it, so you can find a male and a female on a bed and catch both of them.
Yeah, peacock. I never caught a peacock bass yet.
They're a lot of fun. The snakeheads are as well. I
Yeah.
mean, they pull like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. If you're into snakeheads, then Trey, they're from Gripping and Ripping, who you're talking to. He does a lot of that snakehead fishing. Him and Orange 22.
Okay.
Definitely their channels out and see that their content. They're fishing in kayaks for snakeheads and things like that. And Orange 22, Dave from Orange 22 does that a lot too.
That's awesome. It's a lot of fun. They get massive down here.
Yeah. They fish. They're in Delaware, so they're a different strain of snakehead. I don't know.
Northern. It's a northern snakehead.
Northern snakehead, and what do you have? Spotted or something?
We call them bullseye snakeheads.
Bullseye. That's it.
See
you, John. Thank you. Have a good night, buddy.
The northern ones. Have a good time. Have a good one. Small water. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for sure. The northern ones have pretty cool patterns on them that actually look like snakes. But I'll tell you what, they're a nasty fish.
Yeah.
Tastes great. Probably the best freshwater fish I've tasted.
That's what I hear.
You hear that often because it's true. I mean, you really don't need much cooking those guys up because they taste delicious.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to check out Trey's videos. He has some really good videos out. And Orange 22, they do the snakehead fishing a lot.
Awesome. See, I already know that's a good time. I mean, those things are aggressive.
Oh yeah, they pound it. They talk about that. That's going to be like the next, like, tournament style fishing, snakehead fishing.
I can see that because I'll tell you what about snakeheads is they can see really well. So you literally have to hunt them. A lot of times it'll be sight fishing. So you'll be walking along the bank, you'll see them, but if they see you, they're gone.
Yeah.
But they're so aggressive. I caught one time, and I have a video on my channel. It lost a snakehead on the bank. That happens from time to time. I ain't proud of it, but you know what? It does happen. So I had to just throw that out there for people because, you know, you kind of want to highlight little events like that because it ain't anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I got my buzzbait stuck in a tree.
Okay.
I'm over here trying to get it out, and the second I get it loose, it hits the water, and a snakehead snaps at it. So it's like really aggressive actions that get these things to bite, and it's just a lot of fun. Frogs are easy to go to, but I've caught them on all kinds of stuff.
We have bowfin up here, so
yeah,
and that's sort of like a snakehead in my eyes. They're like related to.
Yeah, and the main differentiator is that anal fin.
Yeah, they're aggressive too. I might do some bowfin this weekend with my kids doing a live, so I might do that.
Yeah, I ain't caught one of those yet, though they are down here as well.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but terrible things about eating them, but
yeah, I know a lot of people are haters on the snakeheads. They want to kill them when they catch them and all that. They say bait pods eat other fish because the babies, they're real aggressive. They're real protective of their bait pods, and they eat everything. They eat the bass eggs and all that. So I don't know if the snakeheads are hurting us or whatever, but I wouldn't have any problem with people fishing tournaments with them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you want to get rid of as many as you can, I'm a firm believer in not killing something I don't plan on eating.
Yeah.
And you know, Doc did a great video where he actually called the game warden and to clear up that whole thing about releasing snakeheads, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Great information on his channel there. But it's like, I mean, the amount that these things produce, you'll just see their fry, and it's just, I'm talking by the hundreds and hundreds. It's like, you know, you want to kill everyone you catch, but I mean, you're really not going to be putting too much of a dent. And after a while, I got to tell you, they've adapted. Well, they haven't really had to adapt too much because it's kind of matching, you know, where they come from in Asia as far as the conditions are concerned. But I mean, they're gonna become more like a native fish down here. I mean, people have come down just to charter tours to catch snakehead and peacock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, just kind of embrace it.
Yep.
It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if they're aggressive and they're hitting them frogs and stuff like I see on TV, they're real aggressive. I mean, that's sort of like a bass and a muskie mix to me. Like they're like aggressive and they're hitting at top water and you're getting them blow ups. I think that's a fun way to fish. So I would enjoy it,
Yeah, if you ever make it down here, snakehead's the way to go.
Yeah.
You got to get you one of those. But I mean, you got the northern snakeheads up there. I'm not sure if I think I have a buddy like in Maryland or Delaware or some on Fish Brain that catches a bunch of those northern snakeheads. But it's same,
Yeah, I hear you.
Definitely get on those.
I wonder if they taste different because of the warmer water versus the colder water, like the warmer water south and the colder water north, if they taste different.
That's a good point. And it's worth mentioning for sure. Yeah. Not only that, but the type of bait fish or whatever they're eating.
Yeah, they're eating down up here.
I'm sure it's got to be different in both locations.
Yeah.
But the whole warm water, cold water thing is definitely interesting. Because they can survive, with very little oxygen in the water because these fish breathe air. So it's like. A lot of times you want to get a fish back in the water, but not these guys. They could literally live on land for, hours, if not days, but they'll eventually find their way back to water.
That's crazy,
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Won't they walk over, like, to go from canal to canal? Like, they'll transfer themselves. They can sort of go from water source to water source.
Yeah, totally. And, everything's connected down here with the canal systems.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything's getting everywhere pretty much.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, everything's traveling and moving and spreading.
Oh, yeah. So just finding out, those patterns and those processes is interesting in and of itself.
Yeah.
But you mentioned muskie. Man, I'd love to catch me a muskie one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah,
muskie pike up there.
Yeah, I do a lot of fishing for muskie.
Yeah, I hear that's a tough, stubborn fish to catch.
The fish of 10,000 casts. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've read. But a lot of fun, I imagine. I mean, they get massive.
Yeah, 50, 55 inches. Yeah.
Good gracious.
Trey from Gripping and Ripping said northern snakeheads are legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it.
He loves
it. I think one group I'm in on Fish Brain is like Snakehead Planet, I think. And this guy, Whitewater Walsh, is landing all kinds of northern snakeheads.
Really?
I mean, oh, yeah. That's one of those fish that, my father-in-law is into, primitive skills. And, he was telling me about this bushcraft symposium he went to where they were making fish skin leather.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that because the northern snakeheads, if you were to have a leather made of that northern snakehead, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Those bullseye snakehead look awesome too, man. Like, I don't know what I like better, the northern or the bullseye. I mean, that bullseye, if you go to Orange 22's Instagram or probably Trey's Gripping and Ripping's Instagram, those bullseye snakehead look wicked.
Yeah. We caught just this massive one on one of the recent videos I put up. And I let the kids hold it, and it looked like a straight up dragon with them holding this thing. I mean, I should have gotten a weight on it. Sometimes you just get so dang excited, especially with the kids involved. You forget about doing those kind of things. But, I mean, this thing is huge. And it was funny seeing the little ones hold it because it was bigger than them.
Really? But they call the big ones dragons. That's what Trey calls them. And Dave, the bigger ones, I don't know what size they got to be, but they call them dragons, like a big snake. Maryland's record is over 18 pounds. People tan they tan the snakehead skins up there, they say.
Yeah, see, I wasn't making that up. That's good stuff. I'd like to look more into that because that would be, pretty cool to make. The peacocks have real nice colors and patterns on them.
Yeah. 10
A
pounds.
41-inch muskie on 8-pound line. Good gracious. Now, how'd you do that? Well, it was finesse, of course.
Yeah.
That's a great catch. That's a great catch. Yeah, snakehead's delicious. I can confirm that.
Anything over 10 pounds or 30 inches is considered a dragon.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's coming from I call them the snakehead. I mean, they're the ones that are in our community. Orange 22 and Gripping and Ripping are the ones that are touching on the snakeheads more than anybody right now. And they called, I don't know if you heard of him, Cambo Trout. He does a lot of snakehead. I follow him also, and he's into the snakeheads too.
Okay.
So you might want to check. Yeah, Orange 22, Gripping and Ripping, and Cambo Trout. Definitely check it. Get a lot of
those out.
Yeah, a lot on that.
You know what else is cool with the snakeheads is the mounts that people do with their skeletons. Definitely look into that. You won't be disappointed. They're pretty. I mean, they're straight up dinosaurs. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
cool.
That's good stuff. So you're making your stick baits over there. I'm a big stick bait fan myself. I gotta tell you, hands down, favorite bait of all time, stick bait.
Yeah, that's the most. I just made some white ones too, not too long ago. So I made some white with some purple and silver flake in it.
I got you.
White, I got some.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I got some white. I got some purple and pink and shit like that. I make all kinds of stuff.
Now, which is your favorite way to rig a stick bait?
Wacky style.
Wacky.
Wacky.
Without hesitation, he said that.
Wacky with an O-ring. Yep, without hesitation. That's my favorite way to fish a stick bait.
Oh, you use the O-rings?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I ain't tried any of the O-rings yet. I'll just hook it straight through the bait, but hey.
Yeah, matter of fact, I have one right here. I use an extra wide gav 2-aught hook. Red. I like to use red. I think they see red and they think it's injured or something. Stick bait. See the O-ring on the stick bait right there?
Okay.
Just the O-ring goes over the stick bait. And you put this hook right through the O-ring only. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Right through the O-ring only, just like this. And that's how it sits.
Yeah, bait saver.
And that floats down. When that fish hits this bait slides up the line and the fish is on the hook. And you lose less baits that way.
For sure.
Yep.
Now, do you ever put the nail weight in it to get the Neko?
You can. I have done that before. I put the nail weighted skirts on the ends of these.
Oh yeah.
Put a nail weight or the nail weighted skirt on the end, and I'll hook it Texas style, and I'll let it fall straight down. And pulling it up with the skirt on it, it'll like, what do they call that? Pulsate with the skirt on it, and you can. Mm-hmm. I like that way also.
Okay.
And then these are those trailers I was talking about, the off the hook rubs. See the paddle, the tails on it? They just flap. And they're a good punch bait too because they're thin. They're like
that's nice.
That's just a clear purple. That's called a purple ice.
That's nice.
They're like a rage tail. If you're familiar with the rage tail, they have these little flaps and they just flap. And I'll hook a EWG through them like this,
mm-hmm.
and I'll push them through. And then you see where they come out at, and you hook them right through there, and you stick them out that way. And there is your weedless. Pinch the hook onto there, and you're totally weedless. And there's and that's what you can punch grass with.
And I tell you, down in South Florida, that's a big problem. I've been working so much with awesome Carolina rig bait, that's for sure. I've been working so much with the weedless plastics, getting to know those, because everyone has different action. I was just telling my buddy that I brought out today who doesn't fish really at all. So I was just breaking down little things about the actions of baits, and I gave him 3 types of retrievals to work on. He was using a 10-inch culprit worm,
Mhm.
Texas rigged with a bullet weight, EWG hook, the whole 9. I gave him 3 retrieves to try, and 1 was casting it out, letting it sink, hit the bottom, and then just drag it, right, real slow. The other was hopping it, right, and then the last was trying to swim it, just a steady retrieve. And believe it or not, that's like one of the hardest things to get as a Navi, is learning the different styles of retrieves, because you can achieve different appearances of those baits, or presentations rather, based upon how you retrieve it.
I just showed that on my video with my kids. I had my nephew with me and my son, and we were frog fishing. They were throwing frogs for about an hour. They got a couple blow ups, not too many hits. And I took my son's rod and bait and I threw it out, and I caught 2 bass because I was doing something different than they were. And I showed them, you got to look like a frog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I really like, I think it's Tactical Bassin, where they do a lot of the underwater footage.
Yeah.
Man, that's great to help you learn the behavior of the fish.
Yeah.
Those are just great learning tools.
Yeah. I'm not, good night, Trey, and I'm not having hot flashes, Shannon. I just put the fan on. So I'm not having hot flashes. But I'm just doing these baits here, and I'll probably end my live after I do the baits, so you guys know. Because I got to work tomorrow at 5:30. So
I hear you. We got to get over these, these work things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If we didn't have to work, it'd be awesome. But yeah, Novi, I'm going to be doing lives this weekend. If you want to pop in the lives, man, and check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll be probably frog fishing. I'll be wacky style fishing. Things like that. I'll be doing that. I like using top water poppers a lot, chug bugs and things like that. I make some revamping on those lures. I'll put a split shot on the back hook of those poppers so they sit in the water on an angle like this, because the sound when you pop them is deeper instead of just spitting. When they spit, when they go straight across, I have them sit in the water like this with a weight on the hook, and that gives it a different sound. So there's a lot of things you could check out on my lives and stuff. Just pop in, say hi if you want to hang out and watch or whatever. Okay. I do that a lot. This weekend I'll be doing it a lot. I'm going up tomorrow right after work. I probably won't do the live tomorrow. I'm just I'll get my boat ready tomorrow evening, and then I'll put it in the water Saturday morning, and then I'll start doing lives probably Saturday. I'll probably do one afternoon one with the frog bite, because I like to fish frogs when the sun's high in the paddle, in the mat. So I fish. Some of my best catches were at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon with the frog. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably do an evening one with the kids or something, because they always want to come out. So they'll probably be with me in the evening. So
okay,
so that'll be cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely jump in and check that out.
Yeah, man. All right, well, I'm about done here, guys. So I'm probably going to end it. Good night, Shannon. Thank you, Novi, for coming in tonight. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming up. Hopefully we got you some hook sets and move you forward a little bit. But definitely stop back in, man. I appreciate you. We'll have to do this more often. Maybe we do a collab or something. You get that live stream going for yourself. If you need any help, email me. Let me know if you need any help. You need me to come up on panel or something, we could talk like this and do something on your channel. I'm all for that. So definitely get a hold of me and stay in touch.
Absolutely, man. And I can't thank you enough for kind of showing me into this whole StreamYard thing, and invite me out to jump on this live here with you. I appreciate everybody that's been in the comments commenting, and everybody that hooks it over this live session. I'll definitely be checking everybody out, because I do like to return those favors. It's very much appreciated. I'm very thankful for everybody in this community. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I look forward to everything that the future is going to hold for every single one of us. So I'll be here supporting you guys, and thank you again, Ted. I do appreciate it.
I appreciate it, brother. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
All right, man. All right, guys. Well, I'm just finishing up these baits right here. I'm going to shoot it again, and then I'll continue making baits for Otter Cat in here. But I wanted to thank you guys for coming in tonight. I wanted to thank my guest, Novi Outdoors, and Hogdeer79, Cody, for coming in tonight. I want to thank everybody in the chat for hanging out with me. Otter Cat, thank you so much. Randy, thank you so much. Shannon, thank you. Otter Cat, JJ Drones, Dominique, everybody that was in here, John. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you haven't checked out any of my affiliate links, go to it. Check the descriptions. I have my affiliate links in there. I have some of the stuff that I use on there. That helps the channel out a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you this weekend, hopefully. I'll have all my new gear on. You can check that out. And stay with me. You know, come back into my lives this weekend. I'm going to be cutting videos. And I will be doing lives this weekend. And that's going to be my last live before I get my operation. So I'm going to be hitting it hard this weekend. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Have a great night, and we will see ya.